All right, it's Friday night. It's party night. And we'll see what's what. I'm gonna do my standard thing. Actually, I'm not even sort of struggling to get something finished before I start the stream. I'm so used to things starting quietly. I'm just getting everything up and running, and then I'm going to make a cocktail. I'll make a cocktail video. And by the way, hello, Official Justin, Strictly Sega, Harry Otter, Mikalich, if you're still there. Hello. Gotta make a simple cocktail because I'm a simple kind of guy. Anyway, I'm going to get this ready. Harry, there's some amendment or other that stops me from being US president. That and not being at all popular, but yes, it's all a bit much. Okay, let's get some shit ready. Suppose in preparation, I could get Chicken in charge. Where's your little foot stand? What'd you do with it, Chicken? Seriously, you're so irresponsible. Where'd you leave your stuff? All right. That's absolutely weird. Why can I not find that thingy? Ah, there it is. Chicken in charge. Can't be trusted, honestly. There. Use it there. While I get some stuff ready. Just gotta do this. A few steps. Right. Settling on the recipe I was going to make. Is this when? All right. Okie dokie. It's my Trello. Video ideas. It was going out west. Okay. So I need a rye whiskey, of which I have a couple. Rye malt whiskey. Why not? Rye whiskey. Mezcal. Panettone del Morete. And my Amaro Montenegro. Here. Oh, and then the sugar syrup. I couldn't find it before. It's right here. Because I'm a Wally. Mango? Okay. What's it called? Going out west. Just before I completely leave Chicken in charge. Ugh. Justin, what's the US government hiding? Their incompetence, maybe? They're not hiding aliens, I'll tell you that. Going out west cocktail. Ugh. I must have seen it on Difford's Guide. Okay. Let me see. Go. All right. Now, best cocktail. An Epicurious and Diffords. Who's that? Oh, that's our bartender. She's done that. Okay. Cool. What's Epicurious? Epicurious did that stupid thing where they want me to register because they can fuck off. Yes. Yeah. I'm really going to pay for your fucking website. Okay. Quarter ounce. What did he say? All right, he thinks less sugar. Well, okay. I just needed to clear that up. Okay. Now, I'm going to make an old-fashioned variation called Going Out West. So I'll just put the banner on so anyone who stumbles in knows what's happening, that the chicken's in charge. And I'll do this. It won't take long. Right, I'm going to make it first. So this will be there. We get our camera. It goes over here. Get the camera up here. This is a fun country to be in. Actually, what I might do, if I move this over here a bit. Even though chicken's in charge, I'm moving chicken over here a bit. I think so. Do you see me more or less if I do that? I don't fucking know, honestly. Right, okay, so we get that. Let's get this party started. I'm going to do one more thing before I start. I do have more chickens. Okay, well that was a fucking disaster. Every now and then, my basic motor skills fail me and I can't peel a bit of orange. That's a bit better. There we go. All right. Bit of orange peel there. That's what I wanted. My glass with the sexy clear ice we'll put here. Okay, so you know what? I might even friggin' get ready with H. Been using that to have chicken in charge. Okay, what can I do? Getting my cherry jar. Maybe that's a good height for chicken. It is. There. Okay, now cherry. Let's get a cherry ready. Come on, stab. From hell's black heart, I stab at thee. All right. Now I'm ready. And yes, official Justin, if I have several old fashions, my motor skills will definitely suffer. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. It's got to be things. Let's go with some rye whiskey to start. All right, we're ready. Okay. What about a quarter of an ounce of sugar syrup? And syrup bitters. Two dashes of angster bitters. Okay, so finish that off. Now we're going to get some ice in there. Ice baby. Put the lid on my little ice thermos. Preserve it for later. Get my stirring finger. Break up that ice that little bit. That's a flavoursome old-fashioned. Put the glass here. Tilt that down a little. There we go. All right. Got to be. Orange oils, orange oils. Okay, that's the making of. Now the talking of. Take me about 2 minutes. Okay. If I can stop ice randomly making noise while I'm talking, honestly. Put these lids back on. I will take a picture of this for promotional purposes. You go to sleep for a little while. Oof, I just remembered something I have to do. Bring this back over here. A bit more light. Take a photo with the ingredients. All right. Go back. Right, I think the batteries in that were nearly out. I have more batteries here. Oh, goodness me. So yeah, these are the charged ones. Let's see. What sort of charge do these batteries have? Loading, loading, loading. You know what? That'll do. Okay. Do-do-do-do. There we go. Oh, got the gyroscope in this camera. Honestly, it corrects, and it's really annoying. Okay, that will do. Too many people. G'day, cocktail lovers. I love an old-fashioned, and I love finding variations of an old-fashioned. This one has a couple surprises in it. It's called Going Out West, and I'm giving it a quick taste. Well, it's got a really good mix of flavors. You're going to want to try this. Here's how we make Going Out West. In our glass, put 1 ounce or 30 mils of rye whiskey, and then half an ounce or 15 mils of mezcal, and half an ounce or 15 mils of Amaro Montenegro. Then finally, then we do about 1/4 ounce. Then we do about 1/4 ounce of sugar syrup. You can do more or less to taste, and 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, then strain it into a rocks glass over a big chunk of ice. I'm garnishing this with a twist of orange peel and a maraschino cherry on a skewer, which gives us this rich, smoky, herbal old-fashioned. It's worth a try. Going Out West. Cheers. All right, that was relatively trouble-free. My tummy's making all manner of weird noises, but you know, that's all right. I just switch a few things off and sit down. Stop. Collaborate and listen. Okay. Oh my goodness. Right, chicken, you've had your moment in the spotlight. Let me get rid of that banner and adjust this a little bit. There we go. There we go. Now it's time to sit down and chat. Where Stubbo represent. Thanks, Justin. Where did I get the chicken? Just like Amazon eBay something. I bought, I don't know, about 10 of them because I want to do that thing where if enough of them get squeezed together at the same time and released, it goes from chicken noise to this otherworldly demonic scream. It's a fascinating lesson in harmonics. Oh yes, sorry. I did see that you'd done some stuff on Discord. Let's get that happening. What am I doing? Discord. Okay, for some reason we've done a chicken wearing a sombrero eating a taco on a live stream. I'm down with that. See our imagined chicken. Okay, so we're going to share the screen. So, yeah. Oh my God. That kind of looks like the chicken's on the plate being served with the taco in that one. A little bit unsettling. Cute hat, though. We got a couple of them. Oh, that one's got creepy little hands holding the taco. And nice eyelashes. And it's hilarious to me how the upper and lower beak don't go together. When you first look at it, it looks okay, and then it's like, wait, no, that's not right. Which is more than a little typical of these AI-generated images. Oh yeah, there's a chicken wearing creepy little gloves and seems to be wearing a yellow raincoat as well, which is a tad weird, but you know, chicken's going to do what chicken's going to do. Hello, official Justin's wife. Okay, this chicken has very creepy arms and hands. That is extremely unsettling. I am troubled. I'm troubled, I say. What did Morrissey do? All right. All right. Justin, you had the same idea as me for an alien theme thing. Aliens taking selfies outside government buildings. Now, just the thing about spoilers, saying something's dark is not really a spoiler. Starting to sound like there's an episode of terrible show. What was it? Big Bang Theory. The comic shop guy said a new comic was mind-blowing. And Sheldon goes, that's a spoiler. My mind's pretty blown now. Thanks. I hope to be an entertaining angry chicken man. So we'll see how it goes. But I do like some of these alien pictures. They're fun. And I just want to stress that these are as real as anything. Although that alien apparently doesn't photograph because it's not showing up on the camera, which is interesting. There are definitely some fun aliens in this collection, though. Yes, the angry chicken. Well, actually, I'm from North Dubbo. Oh, yeah. The aliens taking selfies. That's a bit of fun. It's like a cross between a predator and an alien xenomorph. Oh, that's a pretty svelte alien right there. One of the sexier aliens. Definitely with an HR Giga vibe. This is a cute one, posing with the human couple taking selfies. I don't know why both the man and woman, maybe they're each taking their own photos for their own Instagram accounts. That's a fun one, though. The two-headed, or there's two aliens standing very close together? Oh, good. Okay, so this last one. This is. I know I keep saying they're fun, but I think they are. This is a fun one. Look at the size of him. Look at the size of that head. Honestly, nice. Oh my god. Sorry, official justice. Dubbo North has so much less sophistication. Honestly, West Dubbo is just weird. North Dubbo is trash. That's where it was. I buy a chicken in charge T-shirt. God, well, Mism Creations was very keen to design things. Actually, I should share that for anyone who didn't see it on the Discord. Mism Creations did, well, Space Duck, and then an angry duck doing the podcast. Oh, sorry, there's one more thing I wanted to bring up. Okay, so yes, I'm from North Murray, not one of those South Murray trash. I am from the trash part of town, though, most definitely. But yes, okay, so Mism Creations did Space Duck, which I quite liked because it was part of the topic we were having last night. And then because I made reference to having seen a shirt that had an angry looking duck with a martini. So then they did this one. It's even got the podcast microphone there. I mean, I like that's fun. Inspired by Daffy Duck, but that's an angrier than Daffy Duck there. So I like that one, and they also did a mock-up on some site on what it would look like on a T-shirt, but it's a really small image. But then I played around. I don't know anyone remembers the ridiculous jumpsuits I've had in the past with the Angry Aussie artwork on the whole thing of it. So there's like this huge face on them, which I got done because I'm a weirdo. That's from a site called Print All Over Me. And I did a mock-up of what the angry bar duck would look like on a button-down shirt. Print All Over Me does great stuff, actually. I honestly might get that because it's pretty funny. Oh man, that's nice. And there's all sorts of interesting. So yeah, or maybe an angry duck jumpsuit. I've probably got enough jumpsuits though. was fun. And yes, I did see the thing about Trump being charged again. It's an obstruction of justice, as I understand it. Trying to hide evidence, trying to get surveillance footage deleted and foul to it. They actually do have a blazer on Print All Over Me, I think. You think so? I actually deliberately did it with the sleeves printed. Because you can adjust on the Print All Over Me site to how you want it. And I actually preferred it with the print on the sleeves as well. Yeah. Ooh, just a little bit smoky and a bit herbal, that old fashioned. It's very nice. Would be probably an 8 out of 10. I would make it again. Yes, I would make it again. 8 out of 10 for this particular old fashioned. But yeah, so because it's a fairly high def image Mism Creations did, so you could scale it up or down. You could play with all sorts of things. It's extremely difficult to know what's going to happen with Trump because, I mean, he's super fucking obviously guilty of multiple serious crimes. But there's no precedent for dealing with someone who, was president being convicted of such serious crimes. It's very difficult. Do you normally get stale Hungry Jack, Safa? I don't quite. Do you mean you always feel like it's been sitting there a long time when you get it? I haven't had Hungry Jacks for ages. It's I really liked their bacon double cheeseburger. So decadent. Harrietta, that is a fair call. He does definitely act like a low rent mob boss, but definitely thinks he can do anything and get away with it. Justin, Hunter Biden getting easy treatment. He's had preferential treatment on a number of different levels. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. But it's what happens when you're connected. You get away with shit. And it's hard to get more connected than Hunter Biden. And it is kind of interesting, Official Justin, that Trump being indicted 3 times, and they haven't finished yet. There are some real serious criminal cases about election fraud gearing up. Safa, who the fuck knows? I think Trump being elected president once was extraordinarily bad, but we survived it. So I don't know. It kind of feels like he'd survive it a second time as well, because he survived it the first time. I still think it would be an exceptionally bad thing on so many levels. Oh, want to do the big chains? Okay, I wouldn't get a KFC Zinger because it's actually too hot for me because I'm a wuss. McDonald's Big Mac, Hungry Jack's Whopper. Okay, I don't like Big Mac at all, really. Whopper, I don't really get. Like, if you changed it to bacon double cheeseburger, that's what I'd get. And if we just said like a McDonald's KFC chicken burger, not a Zinger, because I'm such a wuss, the Zinger's actually too hot for me. The order would be bacon double cheeseburger, KFC chicken burger, then Big Mac. But if you don't change it, if you leave it Zinger, Big Mac, and Whopper, I'm just like, well, they're all trash. and I'm not getting any of them. Safa, there's a lot of people who think the US voting being during the week is voter suppression, basically. Oh, yeah, no. Hunter Biden. I mean, they're all just jealous of Hunter Biden. They wish they were out there doing crack and banging all those women. Okay, well, I'll just throw in a visual, Justin. In my youth, I worked at McDonald's, KFC, and Pizza Hut. And it's interesting to me, the quality of the environment to work in was directly proportional to the quality of the food. KFC was definitely the worst. KFC's food standards were dodgy as fuck. Could be, and I need to stress, it could be totally different now. And also maybe it was just the one that I worked in. But KFC food standards were dodgy as fuck, and it sucked to work there. McDonald's food standards were very average, and it was a very average place to work. Pizza Hut, everything was much fresher, much better quality, and it was a much better place to work. Never did Hungry Jack's, though. Glad I made that. That's really good. Official Justin, that's bound to be true, actually. You're absolutely right. And the same with the working conditions, I would say. But I think I only lasted a month and I fucking quit. I was just like, this sucks. I'm leaving. I worked at McDonald's for 18 months, KFC for a month, Pizza Hut for a year or so. It's all good. I don't have a problem with someone taking their horse through a drive-through. That seems reasonable to me. I didn't hear anything about Republicans trying to stop AUKUS. They'd have to be in a tiny minority. Oh, yeah, you're saying it's 23. That's a very small minority. Is that your take, Justin? Tuesday is based on an outdated 18th century idea about farmers needing to travel to vote. That's apparently also the outdated agriculture ideas is also the reason for the absurdly long summer vacation the schools have. Safra, I was a teenager at the places. McDonald's I worked at first. I suppose I was 16, 17 when I worked there. I was 18 when I worked at KFC, and I was like 18, 19 when I worked at Pizza Hut. I don't know, Justin, I'm sure you've looked that up. Why are US presidential elections on Tuesday? Why, Britannica? Why are US elections held on Tuesdays? After the first Monday in November. Why this date? In 1845, a law was passed, set a single election date. Agrarian society, farmers were the majority of the labor force. Much of the year was taken up with crops. Early November was a good time to vote. Some days of the week better than others. 2 days were definitely out. Most Americans were devout Christians and therefore set aside Sunday. Wednesday was market day, so that was a bad day. People couldn't use Sunday or Wednesday. That meant election day couldn't be Monday or Thursday either, so Tuesday. Okay. It is a very outdated idea. And you were spot on, Justin. Nice work. Official Justin, getting some dinner? Oh, inspiration. I whipped up uh I pan fried some onion and garlic and mushrooms and then whipped up a mac and cheese and then blended all that together and put cheese on top and baked it. That was my dinner. Fucking awesome. It was actually light and easy mac and cheese. I didn't make the mac and cheese. It was a light and easy meal. I microwaved it, then mixed it all in and baked it. And I had like half of it. Safa, that whole thing with the combination of being the farmers and the church on Sunday, that's why it would have been Saturday. It's basically it's outdated and they should move it to Saturday. It is a fairly widely held opinion that having it on a work day is an example of voter suppression in the modern world. Oh man, that's fucking yummy. Ooh, Dr. Epigo doing sushi. Strictly Sega is just all about the snacks. Pringles, Tim Tams. I have snacks in the kitchen. I think I handled. What did I have? The French fries last. There's still some of them left. I tend to just have tiny bits of these snacks. So, like a bag of chips lasts a week or so. So, there's actually still some of those French fries that I had on the stream last Friday there. But if I remember rightly, I think I missed my mouth a lot with that. It's just like, there's French fries on the floor. So I think I might have tried to eat the snack when I was more than a tad inebriated. Which would explain how all the French fries ended up on the floor, quite honestly. So, yeah. All right. I'll drink a bit of water. I also have an absurd amount of clarified cocktails at the moment. For like no good reason, really, except I just made them. So there's all the coloured ones. I don't know if anyone remembers me making. Did I make them on the stream or before a stream? I was editing the video today, so I've got all these coloured ones. That used to be bright green. Now it's that. That used to be bright blue. Now it's that. It's a little bit blue. A little bit blue. This used to be an opaque brown black. Now, as you can see, it's there. And interestingly, this one used to be red. Now it's a pale yellowy orange. It's trying to get super Tim Smith. It's honestly, it's a pretty high risk. I do want to make one more video tonight, another short one. Where did I put my phone? Wait, where did I put my phone? What's going on here? Ugh. Honestly, I'm so easily confused. Oh no, those are two bad things, Dr. Abigail. Headache and your gallbladder hurts. It's no good. Yeah. So I just have like, God, that's like, I've got about a litre of clarified cocktails. That's ridiculous. Right. Got to be. I left my phone over here. Okay. I'm just going to go over and get it. Too many people take second best. I won't be if you win. Yum. I also have some non-alcoholic stuff to drink, so being vaguely responsible. Official Justin, you up for getting Tim Smith tonight as well? Is that a soccer match, China versus Haiti? I thought you were suggesting they were going to war or something. I think China would win that. Okay, so going out west, I've made... I think it was the Intercontinental that caught my eye. Armagnac, Amaro, and Maraschino. It's really simple. All right. I'm just gonna double check this recipe, how it's meant to... What was it? Intercontinental. Intercontinental. Double check how it's recommended to be served. Just in a little glass. Oh, no, I'm going to put this in my cute little glass because... it's only 2.5 ounces. So I'm going to put it in my cute little coupette because it's cute. So it's little... It's a little sipper, this one. A little elegant. Can I get a nice swath of orange peel here? Okay, that's actually quite good. Sorry, scintillating content of me silently pondering. Is that the 5th test, Safa? They're looking to spifflicate the poms again? All right, I'm going to put that little bit of orange peel in there. Oof. Again, whiskey liqueurs. Oh my god, dude! I've got a couple of really good whiskey liqueurs. I've just got an exceptional cream liqueur. I've got a liqueur I made myself. That's a blend of whiskey and rum, and it's fucking awesome. Oh god, and I've got this rum liqueur in the fridge, which is almost full strength, but it tastes like a cocktail straight out of the bottle. It was like 38% alcohol. Hella fucking dangerous. All right. Let's see if I can cut a little groove in this. I'm trying to be clever and artistic in presentation. Trying to cut a groove in my orange peel. All right, I'm going to try this out. Get my little coupette. I think my 2 top whiskey liqueurs for Australians are Lark's Slanche. That's like Drambuie. And if you like cream, another Tasmanian, actually. Oh, there you go. Look, that's classy. I kind of got that to work. That's fucking classy. I'll do that. Hellier's Road cream liqueurs. Fucking kick ass. They're so good. Both Tasmanian. And I've got another one there that's also quite good, which also might be Tasmanian, actually. No, Lime Burners is from Western Australia. But also, this very dark one, I made this, and it's really good. Okay, I'm going to set up. I am going to make this intercontinental because it sounds good. Megaleech. Megaleech is on the Helios train. It's fucking awesome. Okay, so let's. I guess I'll put chicken in charge again while I do this. Put chicken in charge. Get this chair out of the way. Get this video camera over here. I thought you liked the chicken, Safa. I thought everyone liked chicken in charge. All right. What are we doing here? Okay, that goes there. You wait there for now. So Amara's staying. You're going. So we get the Armagnac. Because I'm just that much of a dork, I actually have Armagnac. Where did I put my phone? God damn it, I've got to take it with me. Maraschino. That's what I need to get. Okay. All right, I just put the banner in case a normie comes in and wonders why there's a chicken there. Chicken in charge. Too many people. Get out my maraschino. That's a Moretto. I actually need to get a couple of liqueurs. Maraschino. Naked maraschino. So named because you'll get naked if you drink too much of it. Alright. That there. What is it? Ounce, half ounce. I won't get anything less. Okay, so we'll do this. I'll do the close-ups making it first. So little GoPro comes back. Alright, I'm going to do it up a little bit. You go there. That looks good. Alright. I think we're ready. Amaro Montenegro. Alright. Let's get some ice in there. Oh, just a bit more ice in there. That's good enough. That's pretty well. That's pretty strange. Have you ever seen a jellyfish? That shit's crazy. Okay, I probably should get my little glass here as well. And then we'll do the thing. I hate it when it does that. What's that about? Okay. That's so fucking yummy. Ooh, I better double check that glass is framed up properly. That's pretty good. All right. There we go. That is sexy as fuck. Okay. I'll take a little peeky of it before I do the talky bit. Then I think that's it for making videos tonight, because otherwise I might be too drunk. Heaven forbid I'd make videos while drunk. Alright. Ooh. Alright. Get a bit more light back around. And photo for promotional purposes. All right. Yeah, all right, stop that. Okay, doing this and this. Almost done. All right. Recording. I think it's a car coming. No. G'day, cocktail lovers. This elegant little number is called an intercontinental. It's a bit lighter, both in terms of alcohol content and volume than a lot of cocktails, which makes it a nice way to wind things up. It's a good late night sipper, and the taste is an absolute winner. I really like this. I think you will too. Here's how we make it. In a mixing glass, we put 1 ounce or 30 mils of Armagnac, or honestly, the brandy of your choice. And then we do 1 ounce or 30 mils of the Amaro of your choice. And finally, we do 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of Amaretto liqueur. No, maraschino. Finally, we do 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of maraschino liqueur. Add ice to the glass, stir it for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and then strain it into a coupette because it's a nice little petite drink, and garnish it with a twist of orange. I really love this style of drink. You can sit back and feel sophisticated while you sip away. Try it, the Intercontinental. Cheers. All right. Oh, man, it is actually really good. It's a definite 8 out of 10. Maybe even slightly higher than that. Yummy. All right. Switch off. All right. And now we can just chill out. I'm not going to stress myself out anymore with video making. Sit down and have a couple drinkies. All right, chicken in charge, take a break. Oof, not in charge anymore. Yeah, look, I am saying hey to the gay cocktail lovers. Strictly Sacred actually comes from how I used to do the Angry Aussie videos where I'd say g'day viewers. And as someone pointed out to me, unconsciously, I was doing, that was Paul Hogan. He would say g'day viewers. And I did watch a lot of the Paul Hogan show when I was young. It got into my brain. But yeah, you know, it's a thing. It's a vibe. It's Marbo. Look at this. I love these little glasses. I was looking for an excuse to get them, these little coupettes. I got them from the Bitters Lab. God damn, that's a nice drink. Fucking yeah, man. So, yeah. That's a whole thing. Maybe I'll have a non-alcoholic drink after this and then try these clarified cocktails that I have not even tasted yet. Man, that's fucking good. That's ratcheting up. It's one of those ones each. Now it's at 8.5 now. The Intercontinental. Again, I say this all the time, but my palate has changed so much over the years. Like I started getting into mixing drinks, I don't know, about 7 years ago. And for a couple of years, I was just into like flavoring spirits and making really shonky cocktails, quite honestly. And then about 5 years ago, I started to get more serious. And yeah, by the time COVID came around, I'd been really serious about the cocktails for about 2 years. And so now I've been really into it. Hey, Mism Creations on the Twitch stream. How you doing? Biggest fan. Yes, they are. I'm not sure what that is in reference to. Because it's weird. There's a time lag from when I say something to when someone watching the stream hears it and to when I see a comment. So often the text comments are confusing to me. And also my biggest fan, for your edification, if you've never been on the stream before, I'm restreaming to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the same time. So if I'm talking to people you can't see, they're probably on YouTube. Mism, well, it's not so much a martini, but it's in a cute little glass. This is called an Intercontinental. And it's really good. Ooh, some movie recommendations from Strictly Sega. Little Mermaid live action. Crazy Rich Asians, seen it, really liked it. Undefeatable, don't know it. Red Hill, I'm not familiar. Lair of the White Worm, is that like 90s one? Like Hugh Grant's in it? X, I think there's more than one film called X, so I don't know which one you saw. Tapeheads, I think I've heard of. Special When Lit, I'm not fine. Did a bunch of bad ones too. That's another story. Oh, thanks, Official Justin, watching some of the old ones. I really do, Mizm. The logos are friggin' cool. Oh, sorry. Are you saying, have you got a new one? I wasn't sure what you're saying. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was a Ken Russell film. I actually saw that in a cinema. Red Hill. I thought I'd heard of it. I don't think I've seen it. I think I've heard of it. Yeah, no, I actually saw Lair of the White Worm in the cinema, the Valhalla Cinema in Glebe in Sydney, art house place. So, oh, oh, so X is an Aussie movie. So is Red Hill. Okay, yeah, I do think there's probably more than one film out there called X. Happens occasionally. Films use a title that's already been used. Bit of trivia: there was an Australian film made by the guy who made Romper Stomper that was shot and was all planned to be released. It was going to be called Speed, and it was about street drag races. And before it was released, the Keanu Reeves film Speed came out. And I mean just before it was released, like in the 6 months before it was released. And so they had to change the name of it. It was called Metal Skin. It was not a good movie, honestly. It had a lot of the shortcomings that, in my mind, a lot of Australian films have, trying too hard to be artsy. And it's just like, dude, just fucking tell a story. I've gone to the movies to have someone give me a story. And yes, you can use compelling visuals and all those things, even allegory, and be a bit fucking messed up. But Jesus fucking Christ, just when your head goes up your own asshole, and that happens way too much with Australian films. Oh God, is Peter Capaldi in it? I see. I don't remember that. I just remembered Hugh Grant. Oh yeah, God, you remember me ranting about the end of Metal Skin? The end of it was stupid as fuck. It didn't even have an ending. It was ridiculous. Dr. Bell documentary recommendation. Oh yeah, no, that the Martian invasion of 1913. It's an hour and a half. I don't have an hour and a half to invest at the moment. It seems good though. Aussie's 80 music fucking rocked. I've had this. Okay, I'm going to have a little rant about Australian film. I've had this one before. There's a film. God. Okay, it's from a while ago. My sense of time is Australian film noise. Okay, it's film starring Brendan Cowell. It's 15 years old, from 2007. Now, I was attracted to it because the protagonist has tinnitus, bad tinnitus. He's a cop and he has bad tinnitus. I have bad tinnitus, and I'm like, character with tinnitus. And in fact, the noise they put in, if you ever watch that film, the noise they put in when he's got tinnitus is horrifyingly accurate because it was freaking me out during watching the movie. Anyway, so this movie, Noise, it's got the serial killer stuff. It's shot really well. It's edited really well. Great soundtrack. Good acting. It doesn't resolve. And I was so everything's coming together to this resolution and it doesn't happen. And I'm sure the cocksuckers who made it would say, like, oh, for the audience to imagine what happens next. Like, fuck you, you fucking fucks. I sat through this fucking movie. I want a fucking resolution. Well, there's a difference between investing the hours on streams and sitting watching something for an hour and a half on YouTube. Although I can put YouTube on my TV, to be fair. Yeah, Baby Driver. He has music all the time because of tinnitus. But Noise is 90% a very good film. And then they fuck it up by not resolving. Everything's coming to the resolution point and it doesn't happen. And I want to punch the fuck out of everyone involved in the decision to release the film like that. Just fuck you so hard. It's why people don't go see Australian films, because at least half of them are made by people whose heads straight up their fucking ass. And yeah, official Justin, indie doesn't have to mean stupid and pointless. A lot of indie films that are incredibly artistic and incredibly original follow normal structural storytelling. Ugh. But yeah, I was so fucking pissed off by the end of this movie, Noise. Because I was on board, because like it was good. There's a bunch of it. It was very surprising. And done really cleverly. Like there were some time jumps in it and some stuff that wasn't revealed, and it worked out as good. Mad Max, Fury Road's one of the best films of the 21st century. I fucking love Fury Road. Every time I say that, I go, man, I should rewatch Fury Road. That fucking rocks. Oh, what was the Crocodile Hunter film called? I didn't watch it. I just vaguely remember it. Yeah. Oh god, Metal Skin. Jesus Christ. Again, because I love Romper Stomper. I think David Stratton and his whole complaint about I don't want to even review it. It's got Nazis in it. It's like, oh, shut the fuck up, dude. It's like the central characters in films don't have to be admirable. Central characters in films can be awful. And yeah, the neo-Nazis in Romper Stomper are fucking awful. But it is moral and intellectual cowardice to say bad people can't be compelling, because they fucking can. And that's how cults and dictatorships happen. Ooh, yes. I got a box set for Christmas a couple of years ago from Mrs. Angry. Fury Road, the black and chrome version of Fury Road, all the Mad Max films, all the featurettes and making of. Oh my God, it's such a good box set. And again, if you've watched Fury Road, like the color palette is so amazing. When you hear there's this high contrast black and white version, you think, why would they do that? Watch it, man. It's fucking awesome. Safa, well, the bad guy, that's the antagonist. The protagonist was a bit of a goddamn idiot, and the protagonist, yeah, well, actually, I won't spoil it, but I know some people were very put off by No Country for Old Men, but it's a good film. It has resolution and shit. Oh, Strictly Sega, 4K. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. 4K, home theater, Dolby Atmos. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, anyone can join the stream. Oh, holy shit. Where are we? It's only 9 o'clock. Okay. Putting up the link. Oh, yeah, Justin, the audio in Fury Road is incredible. But also the editing. It was edited by George Miller's wife, who'd never edited an action movie before. And it is some of the best editing ever. It's fucking everything comes together on Fury Road. The visuals, the editing, the sound, fucking yeah. You're right, Safa. Pat might just be skulking in the background. Pat could appear at any moment. He is stealthy in more ways than one. He might be out watching wrestling or basketball or with an assignment. All right, I am going to have non-alcoholic drink. I made up with my little carbonator. Some lemonade and my Cappy Daiquiri mix, smoky pineapple. Save a little bit of that. Here's Dr. Abigail. Hello.
Hey, so here's what I want to know,
Yeah.
right? So you keep saying, because I keep recommending videos and YouTube
Sure.
videos and
Yeah.
movies and shit like that.
Yeah.
And you keep saying, like, you don't have time for this, you don't have time for that, you don't have time for this.
Yeah.
But you keep watching shit. You keep watching
Yeah.
TV shows. You keep watching
Okay.
shit. Is it just me? Is it
No.
just shit I recommend?
No.
Or
And I want to clarify a couple of things. I was very
because I'm
interested
starting to get
in.
a bit offended.
I was very interested in the Martian invasion documentary. I thought,
Yep,
oh, and then I went, it's an hour and a half. Okay. And it was like I was working and I went,
it is feature length.
yeah, it's a feature length documentary. I could watch that. And I think, was it Justin telling me about the Friendly Geordies interview that goes for an over an hour? And I did have a thing. I don't have time for that.
I'm not going
But that was literally, I am not dedicating an hour of my life to Friendly Geordies. I'm just fucking not.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even watch
Yeah.
his regular videos anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just
So
he's getting dull and repetitive, and I've heard all his takes, and
yeah.
like he's whatever.
So
Anyway, I'm gonna have
that
this shot
oh
whiskey.
nice. Sorry, I also just love our internal jokes that are just true. Wait, why are you not? Oh, there you are. I was thinking, why was Pat not showing up? Of course you were lurking in the background. So sorry,
What's
was that
my fresh
twofold
to
or
stroke?
no?
Twofold.
Nice.
Twofold. Fresh to stale Hungry Jacks ratio usually. I don't understand the premise of the question. Who eats stale
I think
Hungry
Safa,
Jacks?
in his experience, when he's got stuff from Hungry Jack's, it's tasted like it's been sitting there for ages. And he was kind of excited because the one he got tonight tasted like they just made it and it was still fresh. I think that's where
I
he's coming
only
from.
eat fresh Hungry Jacks. Like, who eats stale Hungry Jacks?
Yeah, I'd
I
have to be
don't
completely
understand.
honest. Oh god,
Yeah.
strictly Sega. Okay, I will say that I do actually have a bit of time for Friendly Geordies, but the way he's fucking married to
Sometimes.
Labour is like,
Oh, he's also like not intersectional in the
oh,
slightest.
he mocks intersectional politics. And I go, you know what?
Yeah.
That's why when people on the left go, oh, why doesn't this marginalized group support my major political party? Because the other political parties mean to them. It's like, because you have sold them out repeatedly.
Yep.
Whether it's Australian Labor, UK Labor, American Democrats, queer, women, black, non-white people have all gone, you know what? You fucked me over so many times.
Mm-hmm.
You say the other side, the conservatives, definitely hate me, and I agree, they definitely do. But you pricks sell me out all the time. So why should I have allegiance to you?
He's so far embroiled in his own privilege that he has no idea how privileged he is.
It is an occupational hazard for straight white guys. Again, and he is a clearly educated,
well off, educated, very attractive white male. So
all right, you brought it up. I want to talk about his jawline. God damn that fuck.
Hey, you went there.
Yeah, no. He has the most incredible jawline. The fact he's got that with no cosmetic surgery does my head in. Like, fucking Elon Musk saw Friendly Geordie's jawline and paid several $100,000 for cosmetic surgery to have the same jawline created. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so I don't know if did you answer my complaint? I'm not sure because I was too busy having a shot.
What else?
Because I've suggested over the years, I've suggested many and varied videos and movies, and you've like consistently shrugged them off as I don't have time for that. And yet you consistently waste time doing all kinds of shit.
Okay,
So
that's not familiar
clearly
to me.
you do have time for shit.
I do.
You
I'm just
just don't
selective
want
in
to.
how I waste it.
So
Um,
so um so my question is it just me and my recommendations,
no, I
or
watched the 5-minute walk one you posted a
oh,
while
you
back.
watched that? Oh,
I did.
awesome. I did not
That
know
was
that.
good. No,
Oh,
yeah, because I didn't comment. I agree. I didn't comment and say I watched it. That was good.
Oh, I hope you
And
got some insight from that.
it was really well done. For those, I could probably share a link here. It's a quite good
Well,
short YouTube video, dramatization of a young woman having an autistic meltdown, and it's
yes.
really well laid. And again, as possibly, uh, sorry, what was I going to say about myself? As possibly neurotypical, me, um, uh, it actually laid out, I thought, really clearly what the triggering elements were and
Yep.
how the young woman planned to cope with things and what was like the straw that broke the camel's back and the whole thing. And again, as an arguably neurotypical individual, it was very well constructed in a way that I understood exactly what was happening. Why it went from a simple interaction that the autistic woman goes, okay, I'm reading what's happening, I'm doing this.
Yep.
Turns out, because the other person was a neurotypical, they don't say what they mean, they give hints that you're meant to understand.
Yep. There is
Uh,
a link in the Discord under
oh,
favorite
actually, yeah, I
videos
could
that I
get it
put.
easily from there, I guess.
Yeah, it's called it's just a 5-minute walk.
Yeah.
And yeah. Well, I'm glad
It,
because that was short. So what you're saying is if it's short and not an hour and a half,
yeah.
then you'll more likely watch it.
Yeah. And also what I'll say is uh the Martian invasion documentary interests me,
Yep.
and
It's really good. It's to be fair, it's a mockumentary. It's not obviously
oh,
not
is
real,
it?
but
I thought it was real.
but it's a spoof on History Channel documentaries.
Yeah.
And to the point where it has the History Channel logo, it's got fake interviews, it's got like footage and that dramatic music and voiceover. It's
Yeah.
so well executed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good.
Official Justin understands what I'm saying. Sometimes it's just like someone says, "Watch this," and it's 60 to 90 minutes, and it's like, "What?" I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I was choosing to watch that I'm not finding time for. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, but
To
and that's the
be
whole thing.
fair,
Yeah,
what I want to watch and like what I want other people to watch are way more important than what other people want themselves to watch.
yeah. No, I get where you're coming from there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
but I do with some stuff. People who do either the video essay type stuff or commentary stuff. There are some that they might be 30 to 60 minutes long. I'll rarely sit for the whole thing, but I'm doing something. Okay, I'm going to watch this for however long until there's another thing I have to do, and I'll pause it and I'll come back to it.
Fair enough.
Same with podcasts. Sometimes when I'm working, I'll have a podcast on because I don't have to concentrate on it solely, and I might listen through it or I might listen to part of it. Audiobooks I won't listen to when I'm working. I'll only listen to audiobooks when I'm doing
Well,
something
you got
that's
to
not engaging
dedicate
my brain.
actual
Yeah.
actual brain capacity to audiobooks
Yeah.
if you want to
So
absorb it.
either when I'm like going to work on public transport or when I'm driving, I'll play it through the radio.
Yep.
Or if I'm doing like housework stuff, then I'll listen to an audiobook. But if I'm working, like I'm sitting at my thing working, I'll be listening to a podcast because I don't care if I only half listen to a podcast.
Yep.
But audiobooks I want to concentrate on.
Fair.
And that's the
Well,
same thing. But that okay. The thing with that Martian thing is that looked like something I'd want to concentrate on. So it's like, oh god, I have to set aside time to do that.
well, believe it or not, it's the type of thing you could just like have on in the background.
Yeah.
It like just like History Channel documentaries, it gets repetitive in places.
Oh, okay.
You know how
you
they're
think
like
that's part of the
they
shtick,
pad
or-
them out. They pad them out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
See, official Justin. Yeah. You're also saying a good podcasts I listen to are about an hour or more.
okay.
Okay. Sorry, I was just muting Pat because I don't know what's happening back there.
Sure.
Also, I think that hand wasn't Pat. I think that was one of his victims just going, somebody help me.
Did you see any blood? I didn't see any blood.
No. Pat
But
doesn't leave
of
a
course
mess.
you
He's
wouldn't. Pat is too professional to let any blood leak out.
Yeah. No, he's a professional.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
there's no mess. There's
Allegedly.
no forensic.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Yeah. I've heard rumors that's the only reason it's still allegedly because he never leaves any evidence. The forensics are left blank every time.
Mm.
Okay. Official Justin.
Oh.
To a degree, okay. to a degree, there is obviously opinion here as opposed to fact. And therefore, opinions will vary between people. But what I will raise is he has specifically and repeatedly mocked the idea of intersectional politics. He's belittled feminism. He's belittled race politics. He is fixated on class politics again, which I don't have a problem with because that's the thing. But I believe he falls into the trap of a guy who doesn't have to deal with gender, sexuality, or race issues marginalizing him, so he doesn't think they're important.
He's afforded the privilege of just being able to focus on like the politics of Labour versus Liberal without
and
all that.
Also,
all the sort
I
of
applaud
intersectional stuff.
He goes hard on the class politics, which I applaud. And when he talks class politics, I am almost always in agreement with him. But what is not opinion is he has specifically and repeatedly mocked the concept of intersectional politics because it doesn't matter to him because he's a straight white, he's a well-off straight white guy. He's a handsome, privileged, well-off straight white guy. So none of the other things matter to him. And to be fair, he would probably be better off in a society that was run by the monetarily. And it's to his credit that he just goes, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Though.
And the work he's done on environmentalism alone, like he's
good on environment. Yes.
Yeah, he is a net positive for good, you know.
Yeah.
And for that I applaud him, but he just lacks the awareness of someone of his position, you know. He just can't, the issues of intersectionality don't affect him, and thus he doesn't understand why they're important.
Yeah, and
Or he does, and he just doesn't care. I
Yeah,
don't
I don't
know.
know. But no, I think he doesn't get it. And again, it's and that is a fair point, Justin. And I think his work on class politics is really good. And I can't really
And
think of
important.
something. I don't think I can think of something where I've disagreed with him on the class politics. Probably
Yeah,
actually,
of course.
there's probably two things that he does where I'll disagree with him. One is his weird simp relationship with the Labour Party, which I just don't
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
get.
the like absolutely like refusing to deny that they've done anything
Yeah.
wrong whatsoever, because they
And
have.
just his when he leans really heavily into the blokey humor and whatnot, it's like, yeah, okay, I don't hate
Mm,
it, but it's just like you think, well, that's an interesting thing, Justin. You had a beer with him, don't know him. You think his opinions on mental health were off. I actually don't know his opinions on that. So
that's interesting. I don't know those either. And I'm not surprised because,
no.
you know, that's the kind of thing we're talking about.
Yeah,
That
if it
kind of
doesn't
intersectional
adversely affect
politics.
him, he doesn't really get it. But yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So Pat, I'm not saying we saw anything, but we did see a desperate hand reach up just before it was dragged off to the side. So
that's my phone.
oh, okay, yeah,
That's your victim?
not
Sorry?
that's not someone that you were paid to take care of. That was literally no, it was there's an innocent exploration.
So Friendly Geordie's second channel about
Yeah,
self-help is very much centered on able-bodied, fully
yes,
like mental health positive. Like it's
yeah.
it's 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 people who are able-bodied, able-minded people.
It's
It's
people who
got
aren't
no
facing a bunch of challenges, really.
yeah, if you have no mental health issues, no physical health issues, no financial issues, then everything he says will probably help.
Yeah, and he has in the past spoken extremely favorably about Jordan Peterson. I kind of doubt he would now, but I don't know. But I know for a fact in the past he spoke quite favorably about Jordan Peterson. But I think because Peterson's gone, and I mean a couple of years ago I saw him do this, but Peterson's gone
Yeah, okay.
so far off the deep end into this guy has no connection with reality anymore. I don't think he'd still be supportive of him.
Yeah, people change.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. Again, because he hasn't suffered burnout at work. Yeah, no, Mrs. Angry had to take a break from her work. Her work, she is a psychologist counselor. The majority of her clients in the public health system have suffered severe trauma. A lot of refugees, people who've come from war zones, lost family. And there was also some dumb work, politics bullshit. And it was basically a whole bunch of things happened at once. And she consulted with other psychologists, and they went, "Oh no, you're getting burnt out. You need to take a week off. Just step away from everything because just a couple of things cascaded at the same time, and you need to take a break." And yes, I personally, every now and then, someone will come on the stream who seems very favorable to Jordan Peterson. They go, "Well, he's helped me," and I go, "Oh, my favorite thing about Jordan Peterson is when he broke down in tears because people didn't love the baby Jesus enough." What's your favorite bit of Jordan Peterson?
My favorite part, my favorite Jordan Peterson moment is when he followed his own advice and almost killed himself with his own advice.
That's
That
my
was my
second favorite bit, when he almost died following his own advice.
Yeah, almost accidentally killed himself.
But also, I mean, it's one thing. Okay, like Peterson is regularly, blatantly lying about political things, and that's the thing. Political pundits do that, particularly right-wing ones, but it's not limited to right-wing ones. But he just randomly says stuff that's obviously not true. It's not like he says he's subsisting on a diet that's nothing but meat and salt, and it's like, no, you're not. That's dumb.
Yeah.
It's like red meat and salt is all he's consuming, and it's like, that's obviously not true.
Believe you.
It's obviously not true. And he had this weird thing about, because he only drinks water, he won't have anything impure. And he did this thing about, oh, I accidentally drank some cider and didn't sleep for 2 weeks. And it's like, that's not real. If you believe it's real, I think you have some incredibly profound mental health issues because you convince yourself of things that didn't happen. But I also just think it's part of your weird grift. As the thing, see, Justin, Peterson, like a lot of people, not just right-wingers, people who are accomplished in one field, who then make the mistake of thinking they know everything about everything, and it's a real risk. And this is why I do try, when some things come up, if I don't know about them, if I'm not an expert, I actually say, someone says, what's your opinion on X? Go, I don't know enough about that to have a formed opinion on it, rather than just asserting something about literally fucking everything. Actually acknowledging occasionally I don't know enough about a particular thing to have a good opinion. Like, I don't know enough about the rumors. Is Pat just a sweet smiling guy, or is he Australia's most feared contract killer? I don't know. Look, I've heard the conjecture, but I've never seen the evidence. And I mean, yes, some of Australia's leading criminologists talk about this feared contract killer who leaves no forensic evidence whatsoever, which is why they can't get him. I don't know if that's Pat they're talking about. Yeah, see, Pat says no. So who am I to argue? Because I know people who disagree with Vladimir Putin mysteriously fall out of windows of tall buildings all the time. But there's certainly no one's ever testified against Pat. That's all I'm saying. There's two possibilities behind that. One, Pat's totally innocent. Two, I don't want to even go into because people fall out windows. That's all I'm saying. That's that's all I'm saying.
Oh, on Friday.
Yeah, on Friday. Sorry, what'd you do?
No, you're drunk.
Not me. Okay, see, that doesn't sound real.
Were you drinking?
On Friday.
Last Friday.
Yeah, you're drunk.
Maybe.
Yeah, boy.
Maybe. It was a Friday.
Yeah.
See, Safi, you want to be careful about disagreeing with Vladimir Putin, because I think what happens if everyone who disagrees with Vladimir Putin ends up being sad that they hurt his feelings, and they get so sad and depressed they throw themselves out windows.
They throw themselves out the window and then fall on lots and lots of bullets.
That's the thing. If you fall from a high enough thing and the bullets are just sitting on the ground, they go right through you as if they were shot out of a gun.
Yep,
but it's not.
That's correct.
That's not what happened. Yeah, it's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, official Justin, the various conspiracy theories, and we did see the worst of this nonsense during COVID, quoting various things. Oh God, and what's their latest? They're saying like, oh, these young athletes who are suffering cardiac arrest. It's the vaccine. No, and you just actual doctors and actual emergency doctors go like, no, we always get young people who are super fit athletes because they push themselves too hard and they fuck themselves up. That's always happened. I've been an emergency doctor for 20 years. The whole time, I've had young athletes come in cardiac arrest because it just fucking happens. Because they push themselves too far. Justin, famous last words. Someone's on the wrong side of Vladimir Putin. I've got a window. I'm not afraid to use it. Oh dear.
Enjoying your tea there?
Yeah.
Yep. A bit of a tinge of polonium in that tea there.
Yeah. Oof. He hasn't done that for a little while. Like he's literally gotten way less subtle.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
he's needed a bit more expediency lately.
Yeah, he's lost patience essentially. Although I did love that guy, that mercenary that he had, who decided the higher ups in the Russian military were dicks, and he was making a big stand. And you could do this stuff where he led his mercenaries into a couple of major Russian cities and took over military things. And he hadn't really threatened to storm Moscow, but he's making a scene. And he was such a threat that when he agreed to call it off, he was just allowed to go. It's like, I'm sorry, you were leading a military insurrection during a war, and you are actually such a threat just because you agreed to stop. They said, okay, we won't punish you. And it's like, holy shit. Okay.
Well, the Wagner group,
yeah,
they sent him to Belarus, and lately they've turned up in Africa. And I know Africa's like this giant continent.
Yeah.
I don't know where in Africa, and I don't know why.
I hadn't heard that one. That's interesting.
Yeah, I read about that today. Yeah, they've been influencing African countries. So I don't know what's going on.
That's a fun drink, official Justin. Jägermeister and lemonade. Very, very herbal, boozy drink there. I'm okay. Just everyone picking on me. I am literally drinking a non-alcoholic drink now. So there you go.
I'm very pale.
I think it's the light from your computer monitor.
Well, I've got an actual light here, and it's not set to white. It's set to like a warm light.
Yeah.
I can set it to that's white, and oh god, no, I will haunt you.
You're scaring
that's better. yeah.
There's a ghost coming for you.
Maybe I should get out more. Actually, I need to eat more, but until I get this gallstone issue fixed, I just can't eat as much.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I had a whole bunch of tests done earlier this year because I had weird medical things, and so I had blood tests and a whole bunch of things. And the one that cracked me up was when the doctor's going like, "You've got a vitamin D deficiency," and I went, "Yeah, that would be because I don't go outside."
That's just a symptom of you live in Melbourne.
Yeah,
and it's winter.
So I have started a vitamin D supplement.
There are places in Europe that just never see the sun in winter.
Yeah.
So and there's like people in Melbourne who just have to go on vitamin D supplements.
But yeah, this test was in like February. This was
that's not
the end of summer.
That's not winter. That's summer.
No, that was the end of summer when I had these tests. So
okay.
But it was good because now I know all these things like, okay, you should watch that. It's not at the dangerous, like the blood sugar, you're not diabetic, but you should reduce XYZ so you don't end up diabetic. So that was actually all good, but it did crack me up when he said you've got a vitamin D deficiency.
I've had a vitamin D deficiency since like 2006, I think.
Yeah.
like constantly. I'm forever buying vitamin D tablets.
Yeah. Yes.
And being a
Just
citizen, yeah.
in the UK and being a citizen. Yeah.
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 And yeah, I think like I keep the vitamin D pharmaceutical companies afloat.
Yeah.
There's a guy who has a boat because of me. I'm sure of
That's
it.
the thing. Yeah.
Homer Simpson stopped eating donuts. I just bought a boat.
Right. I'm going to try one of my clarified cocktails that I haven't even tasted yet. That was just made up of some things I had around that I chucked together.
I shouldn't have had that shot.
Oh, really? Is it bad?
No, it's gone straight to my
Ooh.
head.
Uh,
Well, I had like a couple last night.
okay.
I thought I'd be okay, but tonight clearly I am not.
Okay. Well, you're right. Too much sunshine, which is Australia's biggest problem, is melanoma, which I'm more than a little paranoid about. I've been talking about people in the north not getting sunlight. Just reminded me of my favorite vampire movie, 30 Days of Night, just because it's so graphic and it's so fucked up. And when I heard the stories about Stephanie Meyer, the woman who wrote Twilight, saying she'd never actually watched a vampire movie, I was going, oh, I want to Clockwork Orange her, like strap her into a chair with a thing holding her eyes open so she can't look away and play 30 Days of Night at her. That'll fucking teach her. Because that's the most full-on vampire movie I've ever seen. Just these Eurotrash, hundreds of years old vampires who hear about this city in a town in Alaska that gets cut off from the world in the middle of winter and it's complete dark for 30 days. So they can just pick the people off in this town over 30 days because the sun doesn't come out. Is it a
me
dark
or is it
messed
you
up
lagging?
movie. Oh, it could be anyone. But yeah.
I've noticed my internet lags a lot ever since I've been forced onto NBN.
Oh, yeah.
And it sucks donkey balls.
Oh, my God. Sorry, I just had my
Also,
first...
yeah. Oh, go.
Sorry, I was just saying, I just had
Talk
my
on your
first
own
taste
stream,
of this clarified cocktail. I was like, oh, my God, it's really good. It's so good. Oh, okay. This is a weird thing. I was talking about Nosferatu, which is, of course, there's both the classic silent film from the 20s, which has great visuals. But then they made a version in the 70s or early 80s with Klaus Kinski. And I don't know what made it pop up first. I think it was probably because I watched something on YouTube with Werner Herzog in it. And because Werner Herzog and Klaus Kinski antagonized one another. They did a couple films together. And then I start getting video recommendations on YouTube. Klaus Kinski, the most insane actor ever. And it's just like all this video footage of Klaus. And because he's a weird looking guy. Klaus Kinski is a really intense looking guy. And he made all these intense films. And he's so full of it. And he was in... I didn't see his version of Nosferatu, actually. I watched a little interview. He was on Letterman's Late Show promoting Nosferatu, and because Letterman had previously had Werner Herzog on, who told Klaus Kinski stories, so Letterman's going, we had Klaus Kinski on and he said some wacky shit about you. What's your view on it? And the Klaus Kinski then just goes on to act weird for 5 minutes, and I was just like, but there's videos on YouTube. He did these shows, I think it was in the 70s, and it was him on stage berating the audience It's like he's supposed to be Jesus or God or something, and he's just berating the audience, and he will occasionally let someone come up on stage and say something into the microphone, and then when he doesn't like them, he just pushes them and grabs the microphone off them, tells them to fuck off. And
Classy.
it's the weirdest thing. And he is definitely an individual, is Klaus Kinski.
Oh,
Ooh,
I
okay.
did too many
so-
things today. I did way too many things today.
well, see, I have this, as I've been mentioning, Mrs. Angry it's like the after effects of what was probably a viral infection. And it's like chronic fatigue or long COVID. And it's been knocking about for about a month now. And yeah, she'll do one thing, and then when okay, that was a thing, I should sit down. And because we've got an inspection coming up, and normally she does the gardening, and she hasn't been able to for a month or more because of feeling like this. I said, no, I'm paying a Jim's mowing person to do some stuff, okay? And she's like, oh, I could do that. And I went, no, do that. And then I was going like, and then in the weekend before, the house is in good state. I said, really, all we need to do is, because we don't have to worry about the offspring's bedroom or even the bathrooms they used, because they're not being used, so they're not moldy or anything. I said, so I've just got to do our bathroom and the kitchen. And then I really quickly went, and I'm doing it, okay? You're doing things. I'm doing it. You're not.
I need to sit. I kind of need to sit down with Mrs. Angry and talk her through a few things with dealing with chronic fatigue-like symptoms.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Because it sounds like she's like, even if she doesn't have chronic fatigue, it sounds a lot like it.
It is very similar for everyone I've known who's had chronic fatigue.
It could develop into chronic fatigue if she's not careful.
Yeah, she's still in the process of getting tests and whatnot.
Yeah, but the thing about chronic fatigue is that it's a diagnosis of omission. So the tests are basically to rule everything else out.
And that's what these tests. Well, because she had like a gastric thing, and there's a bunch of tests to identify what that was. What she's feeling now is the after effects of the acute illness. And so it's what she's got now is at least semi-chronic, is hopefully going to go away. But
sure.
Yeah, but everyone I know who's had long COVID as well, it's been between 1 and 12 months to recover from it. There's a lot of disparity.
Yeah. I want to drop in on this NBN conversation.
Oh, yeah, because there's a lot of NBN conversation going there.
NBN is the worst. I used to have fiber to the premises, and it wasn't NBN. For those who don't know, long-time viewers of the channel would know, I used to have an ISP that was not through the NBN, and I had a fiber connection directly to my apartment, and it was kick-ass, rock solid, blindingly fast speeds, and I didn't have to go through NBN, and it was amazing. It was just amazing. And long story short, recently they had to cut ties with my apartment building, and I had no choice but to go with NBN. And now I have to use this stupid coax connection, which is just bullshit. I literally have a fiber optic cable from the base of the building to my apartment, and apparently it's too expensive to buy out from the owners. It's just so bullshit. So I have NBN now, and it's just, it sucks in comparison. It's more expensive, slower speed, constantly like slowing down and lagging, and it sucks. it's a long story, Safa, and I don't want to get into it. So yeah, it's like I'm paying more for half the speed, and it's ugh. And the thing about if because I'm in a high rise apartment surrounded by concrete, I get shit reception as well.
Oh yeah,
So
concrete buildings.
I can't even rely on like 4G or 5G. Like it's just it sucks. So Safa, I don't even want to type it out. Okay. Yeah,
Just it was a thing, okay? It's a thing
it
that
was a
happened.
whole thing involving multiple ISPs and servicing apartments and shit like that. And yeah, so yeah, I mean it would be easier to say it, and I can't be bothered. I don't have the spoons.
It's just a thing.
Yeah, maybe another time.
Yeah.
So
Because it's
yeah,
not like you're gonna forget the story.
yeah, I'm not going to forget the story. And the worst part was that my ISP gave me -3 days notice.
That was the weirdest part when you.
It was so sucky
Yeah.
that they were going to cancel my internet, and on a long weekend when I couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and I knew NBN would suck, and it does suck.
Yeah.
It sucks while it cuts.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I
have nothing but disdain for NBN and the fucking Liberal Party that turned it into a steaming pile of shit.
Yep. That was one of the really, of all the shit things they did, the deliberate sabotage of the NBN was incredible. And it was where everyone goes, oh, it's for Rupert Murdoch, and going, it honestly, what it actually felt like to me is because it was a Labor policy, they had to trash it in their minds, because if it was successful, it would be seen as a Labor success. And so they deliberately destroyed it so they could say Labor's policy was wrong, which was, oh my God. But also, as whenever I bring that up, I always bring up when Labor were in power, Stephen Conroy, who made those unilateral decisions to cut Telstra out, which no one expected, and which Telstra was not on board with. So Telstra were doing a deliberate go slow because they didn't like the way Stephen Conroy was declaring it was going to be. And as a result, when Labor lost power, the rollout hadn't advanced very far, so the LNP could kill it. If Conroy had gotten Labor, Telstra on board, and the rollout had gone faster, it would have been too widely set up for the LNP to sabotage it. So Conroy is not without blame, because he made some bad decisions. The concept itself was very good, and I'm 100% behind it. But the way he alienated Telstra was just like, that was a tactical mistake. And
we are all paying the price for that.
Yeah, no. Australia's economy would have been so much better if the gold-plated NBN had gone ahead. Would have been everything would have been so much better. But Conroy made that tactical error, and the LNP did the truly evil thing of deliberately sabotaging it.
Yep. And Safa, I'll believe the whole fibre to the premises in 2 years. I'll believe that when I see it. I have
It's
no
one of those
faith
things that I'll
in.
believe it 6 months after it has been consistently working.
Yeah, I have zero faith in NBN Co,
Yeah,
in Telstra, in any of that. I just have no faith in it whatsoever.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't trust Elbow either. I don't
No, not at
trust.
all.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't trust him as far as I can spit him.
yeah. If it happens, great. I will cheerlead it
Yeah,
after it happens. After it happens, I'll be the biggest cheerleader for it.
I'll eat my words if it happens, but
I'm
I just don't trust him.
I'm not going to celebrate
I'm not gonna hold
any
my breath.
politicians'
Yeah,
promises. So it should be Labor's policy, and they should put it in place, and it would be just an incredible fucking electoral win for them if they did. But I'll wait to see if it actually happens rather than cheerlead an announcement. Announcements don't count for shit.
yeah.
But whatever. It's
We'll see. Well,
we'll see.
yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
It's just
Yeah,
it just sucks how for the last 10, 15 years, every year Australia has slid further down the global scale for the quality of our internet.
yep,
Ever since basically the LNP fucked the NBN, every year's global survey, Australia's lower down than it was the year previous. We've just been going backwards for ages.
Justin, case in point, not case end point. It's case in point.
Yep, which is worth pointing out. Cheaper childcare, single parent households. No, I don't know what you mean by that, quite honestly. But so
What is that background noise happening?
is it windy where you are, Pat?
Huh?
It sounds like wind. It's very weird. But anyway, it's stopped now. And I also don't know what the conservative ratchet effect is, but I fear we're about to get a very
Ratchet effect. Yeah.
a very ugly moment in Australia with the vote on the voice to Parliament. That
Yep.
the very
We've already.
racist
It's already
people-
started. It's already
it's-
started.
No, but it's
Yeah.
well, the actual vote would be if it's voted down, that would be a very bleak moment in Australian culture.
Yeah.
And it honestly kind of seems more likely than not.
What, to be voted down?
Yeah, it's just
Why?
I don't know.
Why do you say that?
The surveys that have gone out that
Okay.
yeah, it's a thing.
That's a shame.
But we'll see what happens. But it would be even a narrow win for the voice would be embarrassing, quite honestly. Sorry, Justin Tim Smith. That's okay.
Motherfucker.
You're saying cheaper childcare, subsidised dual household, tacit admission, single income. That's an interpretation, I guess, and I wouldn't really fault it. But if what you're saying, okay, it's kind of like why boomers piss so many people off. Is like, oh, I did it my own, because in the 60s and the 70s, a working class family with a single income could afford a home and could afford a decent quality of life, and everything has been eroded ever since. It started to accelerate with the Thatcher Reagan years globally, and just everything just got progressively more out of reach for subsequent generations. And the idea that a working class person on a single income could support a family and have a home is fucking ridiculous beyond words at the moment. So it's and boomers go, why is everyone so angry at me? It's like, because you refuse to accept the scale of the changes that happened in the last 40 years. And it's just like, Christ, it was bad enough as Gen X how fucked everything got, but it's just accelerated in the intervening years. Like Reagan and Thatcher and the birth of neoliberalism was just breaking down everything good about the world, and it's just accelerated. So, Justin, you love that, like, yes, productivity was detached from income, etc. So, yeah, the 1% got all the benefit from productivity increases, and workers didn't. It's one of my favorite, and it was a truly weird web comic. It's these two sort of, they kind of look like shooting stars. One's blue and one's red, and they're holding hands, and they're going, "We'll be together always." And then one of them starts moving away from the other and goes, "No, what's happening? Where are you going? This is terrible." And it's like, and they just get separated, and then it sort of goes out, and it's a graph of the relationship between productivity and wages. And all over the 20th century, they were in sync with one another. And in the 80s, the divergence happened. But it was kind of like an anime anthropomorphication of these graph points. It was very funny and very silly. Because at first you just go, what is it? These two things holding hands going, "We'll be together always." But then they go apart. It's like, no, where are you going? What's happening? And it was how productivity and wages got separated in the 80s. Hey, Initiator. I feel like I haven't seen you for ages, by the way. Musical Aviator, if anyone's in queue, wow, you are busy tomorrow. 2 bands, 3 different ensembles.
Hopefully I'm getting my fucking gallbladder taken out. Ugh. Sorry.
So, Justin, here's the whole thing. With housing supply, I honestly don't know what the solution is, but I am horrified at how housing has become regarded as an investment vehicle, not just a thing for people. I personally think there should be no tax breaks whatsoever for multiple property ownership. If someone wants to own a bunch of properties and invest and stuff, go for it. But the idea of actually giving people tax breaks to create a system that makes housing unaffordable for an overwhelming majority is redonkulous.
Hey, Angry.
Yeah.
I sent you a message on Discord.
Okay. You did too. Okay. That's all good. I get what you're saying, and I can I can deal with that.
Cool. I am going to just recharge my spoons for a bit and just.
That's a good idea.
I'm just going to turn my camera and mic off for a bit.
That's good. Chill. You need to chill and relax for a bit. Justin, is that the official Justin? Is that the voice of experience? Have you actually?
Well, actually, what I really want is, and I asked my, because I have a gastroenterologist now.
Yeah.
Can I get a bionic replacement?
Bionic replacement. Okay.
He said that unfortunately we don't have the technology as
not
of
yet.
Yeah. So I don't, because my aim is to slowly replace bits of me with robot upgrades.
Become a cyborg. Yeah.
And it's that's a cyborg is the intermediate step to becoming fully robotic.
Oh, you just want to be fully robotic. Okay.
Yeah.
Go through the
So
singularity.
yeah. Unfortunately, no, we don't have them.
Oh well, that's a bummer.
So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna shut down for a
Cool.
sec. I will be back in a few minutes.
Musical elevator. That's exactly where my brain went. The $6 million Abigail, and I love the idea of, you have to be of a certain age to remember the 70s or 80s TV show, The $6 Million Man, and its spin-off, The Bionic Woman, where the guy gets body parts replaced, like with cybernetic parts. I love the idea because it was his eye and arms and legs, and I love the idea of someone being a cyborg, but it was like we were talking about the gallbladder, like the liver, someone who has a super efficient cybernetic liver, so they can just drink several liters of alcohol, and the liver just processes it and clears it out. That'd be pretty good. Yes, and again, it was also hilarious. $6 million was a lot of money in the 70s. Oh, where did I put my phone? Oh, that was probably Mrs. Angry telling me she's going to bed. So, cut down. Right, I've got to remember to not get too excited and not make too much noise. I asked her to tell me when she was going to bed, because it was a reminder for me to not be too loud and too exuberant. So, that's the whole thing. Oh, you know what I was reminded of? There's a comic writer, Warren Ellis, and I like... Sorry. Dr. Ariel also texted me to say Mrs. Angry's going to bed, so I shouldn't be too loud. So you're going to remind me, if I sound like I'm getting too exuberant and too loud, you're going to remind me like, hey, Mrs. Angry's gone to bed. You need to calm down. So, like
Okay.
anytime I've done this thing, it's upset people when I do it. But okay, so my microphone has a couple different settings, and it can be surround sound. I can do it. I can switch to this stereo one and do ASMR and go into different ears and whisper. But everyone goes like, "No, that's creepy. Stop it. What are you doing?"
Yeah, they're weird.
No, yeah, it's a bit weird. We don't want to do that. So yeah. But anyway, we're talking about cyborgs. Warren Ellis, who I found out is not a great person, but writes good stuff. There's a series from, it's probably about 10 years ago. I think it's called Global Frequency. It's like this secret organization who are responsible for saving the earth from imminent destruction. And I think in his mind, he definitely had it set up to sell it for development for TV, because the idea is like each of these critical moments, this team has 60 minutes to save the world. Like, it's reached this critical point, and if they don't fix this thing in 60 minutes, we're all doomed, which is, perfect vehicle for a TV show. You've got to resolve it in 60 minutes. It's a very sci-fi you should watch, but they had one where there was a woman, she ex-military, who'd been turned into a cyborg, and she had this cyborg arm and whatnot. But she actually talked through, because the whole thing, the $6 million man, he had the strong arms and legs. I think he had one strong arm and two strong legs, and he would lift heavy things. But in this one, she actually talks through how difficult it is to have a super strong cybernetic arm that works, because the machinery in that might be strong enough, but if you don't build it into the body right. When you go to lift something heavy, it'll like rip your spine out. And so I know, yeah, no. Sorry, I just feel like Pat's just remembering. No, I've done that. You rip someone's spine out; it's not good. Yeah. So yes, no musical aviator. This there was a bunch of actually. Warren Ellis writes a lot of stuff that has transhumanism in it. Actually, so yes. Okay. Here's the thing. When I found out Warren Ellis is not a great person, it was kind of sort of a Me Too thing, but no one ever accused him of sexual assault. But they did point out he's not a great person because apparently what he was doing, where he was hooking up with fans, which is creepy and there's a whole power imbalance, but he was also apparently leading them to believe that they were in a serious relationship together, and he was doing this with somewhere between 3 and 6 women at any given time, making them think they were the one, and he had all these other ones. And okay, I'm just gonna say Warren Ellis is older than me. How the fuck he was keeping up shenanigans with this many people is beyond me. I'm just gonna say it was a whole thing, and yeah, again, but what he was doing was dishonest and creepy and exploitative. It wasn't, so far as I understood, it wasn't coercive or abusive. None of the women said like they were being forced into anything or abused, but they were being lied to, and there was a whole power imbalance thing, and it was a bit creepy, and it did make it seem like he's not a great guy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dr. Abigail, I swear to God, when I read that Warren Ellis was stringing along between 3 and 6 women at the same time, I was like, what the fuck? Not in jealousy, just in confusion about the logistics of it.
Is that Duck?
No, that's Mrs. Angry.
Oh, again.
She's just letting me know she's going to bed.
Oh, that's good.
Sending me cute messages because we're cute.
No, you're old.
It's true, I am old. There's no getting around that. Unlike the people who end up on Pat's list who never get old.
Yeah, I'm too. You know that. Just face.
Sorry. All right. Oh, okay. That's my. Try to get rid of messages that I don't need anymore. There's messages from the Jim's mowing guy who did some yard work today. I don't need that anymore, so it's less confusing. Oh yeah, no. Official Justin, got to keep the romance happening. I'm a big softy romantic type.
Yeah, I know. Girlfriend.
Pat, you have a different girlfriend every other week. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't want
You
to
kind of don't have one at the.
I don't want to
You don't have one at the moment. That's clearly only temporary.
Yeah, I don't go in.
He may or may not be a killing machine, but he's a love machine. He's just like
Shut up,
oh, there's always some girl.
Yeah, two girls.
Safa, I do remember Paul Keating having a press conference where he started by saying Australia's economy is in recession, but it's what we had to have. again, neoliberals in the Labor Party. Hawke and Keating, they honestly did some good stuff. Hawke and Keating did do some good stuff, but they were neoliberals. They were, the market is all sort of thing. It really went down the fucking tubes with Howard afterwards. As Howard mainstreamed racism in Australian politics, and the Labor Party's been too cowardly ever since to take a consistent, principled stand against it. Oh, you know what? I think I need to do a toilet break. So I might put zombie AIDSy on. Where are we? Oh, this is weird. What's going on here?
Oh,
Oh,
they
no.
got back.
That was the link I was looking for. Sorry. All right. So I'm going to be gone for a couple of minutes, maybe, and I'll let Zombie AIDSy control things for a while. Where are we going? Turn on. Oh, his jaw's fallen off. I was going to wait till his head fell off, but you know. There we go. All right. So, wow, I really needed to pee. And I took the opportunity while I was out. Got my freezer martini. Yay. And snacks. In fact, a new snack. Oh, is all right, what are we doing? Where are we? Dr. Abigail and Pat are both back. Hello. And these are new chips that I found at the supermarket. Sour cream and chives. It's supposed to be lighter. There's an awesome thing on it. You're probably gonna say it says made with real ingredients. not imaginary ingredients. I mean, honestly,
Made with is it chemical free?
I know, but real ingredients. If it was made of uranium and manure, those are real ingredients. I honestly think that's a joke. I think they are probably joking.
Wow, that's so funny. Made with real ingredients as opposed to fake ingredients.
That's not weird.
Made.
My favorite interpretation is there may be things that are made with imaginary ingredients.
Yes, that's the point, Justin. Everything is made of chemicals.
Yeah, and same
Nothing
as
is chemical free.
Organic. Well, you know, arsenic's organic, right?
Uranium is literally organic.
Yeah. So,
although technically, organic chemistry is the chemistry of carbon. So that I'm being pedantic again.
But again,
I'll go into the pedantic corner.
All right.
The pedant's corner.
There was a funny thing. It was a Viz magazine, the rather scatological extreme humor comic, and they did a thing with their letters once, and I don't think they did it on purpose. I think it was they said, because we get all these letters with people being really pedantic, so we're setting up a special thing on our letter page called Pedantic's Corner, where someone who's really pedantic will feature their letter. And then the next month they went, okay, for all you fucking pedants who wrote
it's
in this,
Pedant's Corner.
Pedant's Corner.
Pedant's, yes.
So the
Yes.
meta joke there was really good.
Yes. Pedant's Corner.
And I feel like they didn't do that on purpose, that they literally just said, oh, we're calling it Pedantic's Corner. And then they published a thing with Pedantic's Corner, and they got 1,000 letters that month saying, it should be Pedant's Corner. And they were just like, you know, well, fuck all of you.
I am signing off.
Mm-hmm.
I will stay in the chat, though.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't. I don't have the spoons.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't have any more spoons, and I feel like I have been, I've been dealing with this gallstone issue for 2 months now, and that's on top of my chronic pain and chronic fatigue.
Yeah.
And I'm not eating properly because every time I eat, I'm in pain, and I am yelling at everyone. I have such a short fuse.
Yeah.
And I don't want to yell at people.
Yeah. No, fair call. So chill out. Take care of yourself.
So I need to go.
Yep.
And I will stay in the chat though. I will be chatting. So yeah. So yeah, I'm not going to bed or anything, but
you're just
I have to sign
a
out.
bit of distance.
Yeah. So I'll see you in the chat.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Yep, cool.
Oh, official Justin took 3
I'm
years
back.
to do it well. Oh yeah, look at you.
Back. Fast.
in yours. I think should we be like that or should we? Oh, there you go. We should be like
Look
that.
at that. It's cool.
Look at that. There you go. Now we're bigger. That's the whole thing. Well, no, I love how I'm framed by the art. So
Hey, they're red. That's cool.
yeah, you've got your hood. I've got like framed art around my
Yeah,
head.
it's cold.
What's
Real
that?
cold.
Yeah, what's look like? Are you in the shed or something where you are? Or
Yes. So outside.
Pat's man cave. It's the
Yes.
I'm in my man cave, which actually happens to be inside the house. But you're not the only one who, man in his shed. That's what we like. It's the whole thing. It's the whole thing. Right. Sorry. Oh God, I was just looking up. Is there any other fun things in the news? Oh, I'm just trying to get my computer to behave. Wonder if. Thanks for that. Okay.
What a good man.
Shock live TV moment as nation spirals. What's this about? This is at Niger. Troops announce coup on live TV. Wow, that's cool. Niger's president, Mohamed Bazoum, has been detained, who declared they hold power in the unstable West African nation. Western allies and international organizations have stood by Bazoum, but the chief of Niger's army is backing the coup. Wow. It's a military coup in Niger in West Africa. There you go. Okay. Well, that's dramatic. Coup in West Africa. Australia to manufacture and export missiles to the US. That seems weird. Oh God, Matt Canavan, such a. Oh, that was a fun one. I don't know if anyone saw it. Dan Andrews announced that you're not going to be allowed to have gas connected to new houses from 2024. OG Nellum, please don't take it personally, but honestly, no, I don't remember you. So.
No, me. No.
Yes, yeah. Initiator, COVID took away my willpower to do pre-recorded videos, particularly the shouty ones. So I just like to hang out and stuff. Plus, I have a completely separate channel where I do cocktails.
Yeah, I saw that. Lots of times.
Yeah, no, it's fun doing the cocktails. Yeah, it was very interesting. There are. What I was just saying about Victoria banning gas in new houses. There are a heap of good reasons for it, and you've got various loudmouths saying it's a bad thing. Matt Canavan is such a piece of shit. I fucking despise that guy. Going on Sky News, it's not about shut the fuck up. It's also about health. Gas in the home is actually a health risk. Well, it's a whole thing. Oh wow! Wildfires in Greece triggers explosions at an ammunition depot. Man, there are some seriously bad fires in Greece and Italy at the moment. Ooh, Red Dead Redemption. Is there going to be a remaster of the original Red Dead Redemption? Oh wow!
Ooh.
So anyone who's been on the streams knows I'm a huge fan of Red Dead Redemption 2. But if they actually do a remaster of the original Red Dead Redemption, ooh man!
I bet what one? That one. I bet play 02.
Oh well, you never know. Could be fun.
I bet once.
So the original Red Dead Redemption was released in 2010. Red Dead Redemption 2 was released in 2018. I still play Red Dead Redemption 2. I love it. As I did on the stream a couple of times recently.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
Yeah. Official Justin, I was just going to say the rule has no effect on houses that already have gas connected. It's just any new houses have to be all electric. And the three biggest benefits are, electricity is cheaper for consumers than gas. Houses being electric rather than gas helps with carbon emission reduction. And also, there are actually really quite significant health risks that go with gas in the house. I honestly, the one question I'd ask about pushing people to electric cookers via gas is going, what about people who cook with woks? Can you either you can't on old electric stovetops, but on the modern induction stovetops, can you cook with a wok? I don't know. That would be a bit rough if you were, someone who cooked with a wok regularly and things changed so you couldn't. That would suck. Oh, nice. Justin, you have RDR2 on Series X. I first played Red Dead Redemption 2 on PlayStation 4, and then I subsequently played it on PC. I have it on this laptop. I can play it on this laptop. I deliberately got a laptop that was high-powered enough to let me play Red Dead Redemption 2 because I really enjoy doing it. Don't encourage me, I'll fire it up. And oh man, sorry, my freezer martini is so yummy. I'm just throwing it out there. But also I'm being restrained. I'm having it in my mini coupette rather than a huge friggin' martini glass because I'm very refined. Yeah, see, Justin, that's kind of what I thought. Wok cooking would be difficult, if not impossible, on induction stovetops. And I think that's a genuine, real thing that governments need to address. What is that on the Discord? I'm just trying to think. All right. Fair enough. Electric woks. See, this is my ignorance. I don't know. What are the specs of my laptop? I don't know. I don't remember. How would I remember to tell you? Oh man, what's this doing to me? Jesus. God damn it. Fucking Bing, because there's a fucking Microsoft thing. What is Bing for this? Wait, like, why don't you get off my fucking case, Microsoft? Honestly. You're hassling me. Oops, Sarf is still watching the sports ball. China and Haiti. That sounds like a really unlikely combination on a sporting contest. China and Haiti. Oh. Oh, man, that's fucking yummy. Safa, why use Edge in the first place? See, I'm logged. I use different browsers because I have multiple Google accounts. I use different browsers to be logged into different Google accounts, basically. Yeah, see, Justin, this is an area of my ignorance, but it is a question I've raised. The whole thing about getting rid of gas is good on so many levels, but I genuinely think people who are promoting it need to answer the question about wok cooking, quite honestly. Yeah, see, Safa, I run all the browsers, Firefox, not all, the three big ones, Firefox, Chrome, and Edge, because they have different Google accounts logged into them. And when I was muttering about Bing, it wasn't even about the browser. It was just the way Microsoft has changed the operating system recently in a way that I find super fucking annoying. Doesn't even do the thing where it brings up all the apps alphabetically. Yeah, see, Dr. Abigail, that sounds too complicated. Have you forgotten how I get with even slightly difficult technical things? Yeah, just we have a gas stove top. We have gas heating as well. Save a fuck ton of money if we had electric heating. These chips, sour cream and chives.
That's mine.
With real ingredients. I just want to stress real ingredients. Dr. Abigail, I believe you. It's just like that's going to require me to look at some instructions to understand how to do it. And I hate reading instructions. It's a failing on my part. So, yeah. It's a whole thing. I mean, it got up to 18 Celsius. Just talking about heating and cooling. Got up to 18 Celsius here today. It was feels like 14, but still the fact that the thing thermometers hit 18 Celsius is just a sign we're edging closer towards spring-like weather. And Safa, no, it's not date night tomorrow, so it's probably a stream tomorrow, but we'll see. Oh yeah, no. Justin, if I wasn't renting, I would absolutely have solar, and I'd convert as much of the house as possible to electricity. Where, official Justin, where are you that it was 24 Celsius in shorts? I'd be in shorts. Well, I hardly ever wear shorts, actually, even in the middle of summer. Like, my legs are so pale, they would blind you. But yes, there's a whole thing. There's a whole thing that stems back to when I was a self-conscious, chubby teenager, and I have. Sorry, just oversharing now. I have huge thighs, even when I'm at a leaner weight. I have really chunky legs, and I'm very self-conscious about it. Dr. Abigail, chill out and look after yourself is what I'm saying. Oh, okay. Official Justin, Lake Macquarie, New South Wales. It was 24 Celsius. Wow, that's pretty wild for fucking July. Safa, you want to join my OnlyFans? And what's going on there? And also, no, I don't really have an OnlyFans. Just thought I'd throw that out there. It's all good. I need to stop eating chips. Mix out and have a little bit of old fashioned. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think it was a 90s dance track or maybe a 2000s dance track. Wiggle it just a little bit. Tim Smith update. I'm probably only. I've been pacing myself tonight. I'm honestly probably only about half Tim Smithed. Which, again, as a reasonable human being, means I would not attempt to drive a car. God, there have been some full-on road infringement stories recently, like some P-plater who was pinged driving at 240 kilometers an hour, and they had no license thing, and they're actually getting jailed. And it's like, yep. This is a person who does not seem to understand how to operate within society. Sorry, official Justin, not very Tim Smithed. Liv is functioning quite well. I've been pacing myself, so I'm good. So there was there were two stories this week. Like a P-plater that got pinged doing 240 kilometers an hour, and someone else they crashed and they were like 0.19 blood alcohol content, so like 4 times over the limit. Yeah, 0.19, you fucking feel it. So that's to hit 0.19, you got like 3, 4, 5. That's like 6 standard drinks in an hour, or let's say 4 standard drinks an hour for 3 hours in a row. Like you feel that shit. You absolutely know you're pissed if you've hit that level. That's the real slurring your words and stumbling. And stuff. You definitely, absolutely should not drive under the influence of either drugs or alcohol. It's fucked. Oh, yummy. Oof. Yum. That is a nice drink. Oh, yeah, and there's cops everywhere, but you're going to hurt someone. Hurt yourself or hurt someone else. And you're getting busted by cops and all that sort of thing. Just don't fucking do it. Don't do it. Be a reasonable human being and say, hey, I'm drunk or I'm under the influence. I shouldn't drive a car. I should just stay at home. Is a weird bit of narcissism. I think it is intrinsic with people who drive under the influence. There's some serious narcissism in there. It's like, I'm so important, I've got to be somewhere and do a thing, so I have to drive even though I'm under the influence. So Fisher Justin had a mate polished off double black, drove to a servo 10 minutes away. Yeah, that's a good move. You confiscate the keys. If they're that irresponsible, it's just like, and that's the thing of people who do drive under the influence, is like, there's this core irresponsibility and narcissism. It's just like, no, you're not that important. And while we joke about being Tim Smith, that's a core thing with that piece of shit. He is such a raging narcissist. It's like he made it obvious he didn't believe he should suffer any repercussions for his actions. And he was really upset that people were going, no, you should suffer repercussions for your actions. You did a bad thing. and you should pay the price. And he was like, oh, that's mean. Why are you being mean? And it was like, because you suck, dude. You really suck. And we don't know. It's like, just remembering that guy in press conferences staring the camera is basically saying, why are you being mean? And it's like, because you suck and we hate you. And we've always hated you. And now we've got a thing to get you on because you drove while you were drunk and crashed into someone's fence because you suck. You're a terrible person. Safa, your parents lived close to pubs, walking distance. Well, that's good. I mean, I'd get public transport. I'm not that far from a tram line. And when I'm going out to places, it's like when I do date night with Mrs. Angry, we keep finding all these places that are on public transport for us, which, friggin' rocks, quite honestly. Because, we can do dinner and cocktails and it's all good. So I'm not sure what you're referencing. Guy Mark 2 in Victoria is... I don't know what you're referencing there. Official Justin, what's that? You got a workers' club, RSL, and pub walking distance. Well, see, I don't need a pub. I'm just like it's very funny. Oh, is that why you weren't coming through? Your cord was disconnected.
Yeah, weird.
All right, that's okay.
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
My brother's birthday.
Okay, well, say happy birthday to your brother from me.
My brother died.
Okay, huge bummer, Pat, but that's okay. Yeah. But all right, so on Tuesday, if you join the stream, we'll do a toast to your brother, in memory.
Yep.
Because that's a legit thing to do. Pour one out for the homies, as the saying goes. Oh, okay, Safa, that's who you're talking about. Matthew Guy. Sorry, I didn't understand what you were saying. Yeah, no, he was kind of embarrassing, the former Liberal Party leader in Victoria. But again, the Victorian Liberals generally are an embarrassment, so we'll see. See, here's what I hope, because we see all these stories that millennials and Zoomers are absolutely abandoning the LNP because they suck, and it's like it's reached the federal level. So what I do hope is that's true, because every generation has said, the previous generations were so old and boring and conservative, we're going to leave all that behind. And then they got old and got conservative. Boomers were terrible for it. My generation, Gen X, not much better. Probably a bit better, but not much better. Millennials, I don't know, but they're saying like millennials and Zoomers aren't doing it. I really hope that federal Labor realize that they can hold on to power while doing actual good things, so they can actually put decent policies, because this federal Labor are still really timid. And yes, official Justin, the Victorian Liberal Party are embarrassing. But I don't know. Again, Victorian Labor, there's a bunch of problems with them, but broadly they're doing good stuff. There's a lot to find fault with, but if federal Labor was doing things comparable to Victorian Labor, I'd be reasonably happy. I would not be completely happy, but be reasonably happy. I just think federal Labor are really cowardly still. That might improve in coming years. Who knows? I don't know. I think the next federal election will be interesting. If federal Labor get an increased majority at the next election, I deeply hope that will then give them the confidence to pursue actual, real classical Labor policy. Because I really think they're quite timid and cowardly at the moment. I'd like to see them be a bit more aggressive. We'll see. Like the Liberals won so many elections over the last 20 years, Labor's all scared and whatnot. So I don't know. We have to see what happens. But I retain some hope that worthwhile things might happen. I'm an optimist, I guess. Despite my persona over some 17 years of YouTube videos, being angry and shouting and carrying on, I am essentially an optimist. And Official Justin, I kind of agree. The Labor Party had been trying to win Conservative voters. It's like, I am hoping they really get the message with the next federal election that they shouldn't give a shite about the Conservative vote, and they should aggressively go after the Progressive vote. Particularly at the federal level, I am not very enamored of the Labor Party. I mean, they're not the LNP, and that counts for a lot. Okay, this is my personal protest. I refuse to call Albanese Albo. There's politicians self-declaring nicknames. It's like, no, fuck off. You're not cool. I don't like you. You're not my friend. I don't have a nickname for you. You're Albanese. You're not ScoMo. You're Scotty from marketing. Fuck you, mate. Again, that was one of the single funniest things about when Morrison was Prime Minister, when he heard that people were calling him Scotty from marketing. He's going, that's mean. It's like, dickhead. Never tell people that what they're saying upsets you, because they're just going to do it more. So he should never have said it's mean that people call him Scotty from marketing, because it's just like, well, now I'm going to do it more because you don't like it. And I don't like you. So fucking hell. Also, Justin, I also get that in terms of writing. It's a contraction. I get it. But, and I have nothing against anyone who calls him Albo. It's not a judgment thing. It's just me and my little brain. I'm just like, no, fuck it, dude. You don't get to self-declare a nickname. You're not cool. You're not my friend. You are a politician. You are the Prime Minister. You are Anthony Albanese. You're not Albo. Fuck off, man.
Mine's Big Pat.
I should stop eating these chips, but they're really nice. Every time I have one, it's really nice.
Yeah, man.
I had a drink. Oh, yeah, it is actually really nice. So what's that strictly say? Yeah, you have to go. Okay, that is a really disturbing string of words, and I don't really know what you're getting at.
That's so weird.
Okay, you abbreviated Abbott to Tones. Again, same deal with that guy. It's just like, no, he's Abbott. No, and I get it. And I love the way we shorten things. I've seen a whole thing with British comedians being really weirded out by the way you do that. Initiator, yeah, we do love nicknames. There's no two ways about it.
Mine
This is
Big
what I
Pat.
said. I liked Scotty from marketing because Morrison didn't like it. He thought it was mean. It's like, yeah, dude, because we don't fucking like you. That's why we're doing a mean nickname for you because we don't like you. And that's true.
Mine's Big Pat.
Hmm?
Me Big Pat.
Yeah, you're Big Pat. That's another nickname. Love it. I'm angry. That's a nickname. We love it.
No, yeah, you're red.
To you, I'm red. Yes.
Yep.
To you and Rob, I'm red. And I think I've explained this before, but I used
You got
to
both.
color my hair. I actually just stopped mostly with COVID, but sometimes I'd do dark. But occasionally I would do like a purple or a red. And in fact, I had put a purple through my hair and it had faded a little. And in the sunlight, it looked red. So Pat and his mate Rob at one of our meetups were saying
Joe.
my hair was red, and they were saying, and so they call me Red ever since. That's from like about 5 years ago. I don't know. That was from a while ago. But yes, I do actually love that. Strictly Sagi, you're absolutely true. If with ScoMo, if we followed the same thing for Anthony Albanese, his nickname would be Anal. So he's probably glad we don't do that. But again, Morrison is such a fucking garbage fire. The way he was trying to be the daggy dad on ScoMo, just do that. It's like, shut up. You're actually actively evil. I hate you. Also, I don't know who around the world released songs about COVID, but for my mind, the two best COVID songs were definitely the Hilltop Hoods' "I'm Good" and Briggs and Tim Minchin did one called "House Fire," and they slagged Scotty from marketing, and it was really good. Absolutely, official Justin Morrison was a terrible prime minister, did terrible things. And a big part of it, because he never should have won the election that he won. It was the whole weight of the Murdoch media empire that did it. But because he's a weirdo, fundamentalist, evangelical Christian, I say this, I think with no exaggeration, because Morrison is disconnected from reality, when he won that unwinnable election, he seriously, genuinely, 100% believed that was God chose to make him the prime minister, and that informed all his actions and decisions in his second term as prime minister, which is just so frighteningly dangerous that a religious zealot has the highest political office in the land, and they 100% genuinely believe they are anointed by God to have that role. That is so dangerous. Oh God, I breathed in. I breathed in at the wrong time. Oh God, I breathed in at the wrong time. Oh, that was terrible. Why did I do that? Oh, I just breathed in at the wrong time. Oh my God, that was terrible. Oh. Oh, why do I do things like this to myself? Okay, I don't know. Okay, Pat, mean.
What? What do you mean? I don't know fun. I don't know fun.
It's all right, all right, all right,
What
all
is
right.
me?
You
I
got
don't
me.
know
You
fun.
got me though. You got me.
Yep. Get that dog back.
Mm. I breathed in at the wrong time.
Well, you gotta walk away.
Heine, I'm not sure what you've been about Twitch, but anyway. Yeah, all right, no one's on Twitch. No, they're not. Wait, what's this thing telling me? No one's on Twitch. Official Justin, I think Julia Gillard was the only out atheist prime minister we had. I kind of think both Hawke and Keating were atheists as well. But they weren't openly atheist. I think Gillard was our only openly atheist prime minister. Hellion, hello, Kirsten. How are you
Hello.
at the end of this week? I'm sorry, damn. Another chip. I can't stop. Oh, how was the Barbie movie?
Oh, I saw that. I saw that. I saw it on Saturday. I saw.
Did you like it?
It was wicked.
Thumbs up for the Barbie movie.
Yep. Yeah, I saw my wicked son sent me John Cena's in that.
John Cena's in it. Oh, of course,
Yeah.
you're going to love it if John Cena's in there. You're such a wrestling
He's there.
fan.
I saw. You
All right.
know, weird,
Right.
weird hair.
With weird hair. Okay.
Yeah, look at that
Right.
back. Look at that.
All right.
It's so weird.
All right. That sounds like fun. Oh, Kirsten. Here's the thing I wanted to talk to you about. Kirsten being my booze information person. I read an article this week, and it was about a Tasmanian distiller. What was their distillery called? Deviant. That's right. It was Deviant Distillery, which is close to stealing my name for a distillery. I was always going to call a distillery Divergent. I said John Cena, isn't it? He's a mermaid. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I
And
saw
Bob
that.
Douglas, yes, John Cena's
That's so
behind.
weird. That's
John
so
Cena's
weird.
behind Pat right now. All right.
Hey!
Because that's the whole "you can't see me" thing. But yeah, anyway. So Kirsten, this article I read, guy from the Deviant Distillery, he's suggesting the Tasmanian distillers are trying to get together and actually define the term Tasmanian whiskey, and kind of like, Scotch whiskey has a definition and Irish whiskey has a definition. They are trying to get together and define what you have to do to label your whiskey Tasmanian whiskey. And I think it involves the actual grains from Tasmania, which is interesting. I see, yeah, because that is the thing that's happening. I think it would also be a good thing for and as I understand it, Australian whiskey distillers generally wanting to have a definition for single malt. Oh, are they really? I didn't know that. So they're doing the whatever to not do the 3-year aging? I didn't get that from the article, but they were one of the distilleries doing that. Okay. Oh my God. There's so much drama in the Australian distilling world. Okay. Mind you, official Justin, hiking in Tassie is pretty cool. I did a Tassie holiday a while back with Mrs. Angry, and the scenery is pretty cool. Oh God, Strictly Sega, I remember that. John Cena toadying to China. Oh, and didn't he also do a thing because the wrestling thing, toadying to the Saudis?
Yeah,
Okay,
I saw that.
yeah. The Australian
Now,
Distillers Association wanted to define Australian whiskey. Yeah, I think there should be a definition for Australian single malt, if nothing else. But you know, it's a whole thing. Alcohol's complicated.
where are you going drunk?
Well, okay, that's simple. I said the industry is complicated. I'm simple. I'm just having drinks and getting drunk because it's Friday night. It's party night, and we're gonna do that. Yeah. No. Oh God. Official Justin. I literally, I did a thing. I think. Yeah. We were at Cradle Mountain. Mrs. Anger and I were at Cradle Mountain, and I had this little camera set up on a tripod on a rock, and it was a big drop on the other side. And I don't know, the wind got it, and it started to tip over, and I lunged to get it, and I got it. I grabbed it and caught it. But after the fact, Mrs. Angry pointed out, you lunged while you're on this rock that was on the top of a cliff, and you actually endangered your life to grab that camera because you didn't want the camera to fall over the side. And the way you grabbed it, you were actually in danger of falling off yourself. And I went, yeah, I guess I was, but it was a reflex. Wasn't smart, but I did it. But I also wasn't into the booze. If I did another Tassie tour, I'd go to distilleries. Kirsten, you're going to go Sleepy Bobos? I mean, you know, that's fair. And I really, really appreciate you dropping by just to say hi. God, I'm going to have another chip. Maybe I should go Sleepy Bobos too. I don't know. Oh, God. See, Justin, you know what I'm talking about. You're in Cradle, all right. Smashed a $1,500 lens on a cliffside. Yeah, I just had a little camera. Well, not a $1,500 camera, on a tripod. And the wind caught it was gone. And I lunged to grab it. It was actually a quite stupid thing to do. Because, yeah, I actually could have fallen off the side. No, Kirsten. It's 11, 12. Oh, go. I go till at least 11:30. I don't know. We'll see. There's a few people here. You're going to keep me awake or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you are there, looking at various jobs on your phone.
No, I don't know from my on Monday.
Yeah. No, it's completely innocent. Completely innocent. Sorry, I can't. Things are troublesome when I can't even say words like innocent. I was like, oh my God. Oh yeah. Oh God. Official Justin, if you want to talk about lenses and cameras, Heine will be right there in the specs with you. Okay, I'm hearing weird noises, and I don't know.
Oh, that's my hair.
Yeah, no, I don't know if it's coming from you or if it's coming from my house. Oh God, I think I'm too inebriated to work out if sounds are coming out of my computer or are coming from the house. I know there are just weird noises. It's very strange. So, official Justin, you went up Hart's Peak during high winds, got blown off the mountain, covered in snow. Tassie's pretty intense. Oh, there you go. That's what the lens was. 10 to 20 mm fulls. That sounds like a nice wide angle lens. Sorry, my ears are popping just then. I should go, I make my ears pop. I do that my reason. I don't know. Not everyone can do it, apparently. I just enforce my ears to pop.
Look at this. I got that.
But I can make my ears pop just by going. I can just flex and make my ears pop.
Fucking ears.
Strict say, look, honestly, it could. It could be. Pat might have associates out there putting booby traps around my house. I don't know.
No, shut up.
No, that's not
No.
real. Who says?
No.
Who says?
I'm home. I'm at my house.
No,
I'm
your
there.
house? That's okay.
Yeah, I'm at my house. Yeah, and my dad's. My dad's inside.
That's fair. That's all fair. Having a little bit more of my. Sorry, just stabbing a cherry. Stabbing a cherry. That's the thing I do. That's all.
Hey, you're drunk.
Little bit. Little bit.
Not much.
No.
Hey, you're not my brother.
See, your brother's drunk.
No, you're not my dad. My brother. You do this. You do that.
Do that? Maybe
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah, you're my
maybe,
brother.
maybe not.
My brother said, oh, no, do that.
This is where you say yes or no. You go, oh, maybe. It's like, You think that's the name of his League of Assassins? My dad.
You're not. No way.
I also love when he puts the hood on because he absolutely looks Assassin's Creed when he puts the hood
No,
on.
it's cold.
Yeah, it's just cold.
Cold.
It's not.
Cold.
It's not that Pat's a member of a centuries-old cabal of assassins. It's just he's cold.
Yeah, it's cold outside.
It is. It is cold outside. You're in the country.
What?
I don't know. I'm just cracking up. All right.
Why get it that weird?
Dun, dun, dun. I'm just looking. Is there anything? Ooh, that's a fun headline. Gen Z gaslighting bosses to get out of work. What's this about? Fucking. When you're a kid and you play pretend, you pretend to be a pilot. Generation Z is all grown up playing pretend in the workplace. Instead of working, they're Meryl Streeping and pretending to work. Gabrielle Judd, 26, is an American who creates online content. Lazy girl work. She encourages young women to find jobs requiring little work fit into their lifestyle. Okay, whoever wrote this, and it is on thenews.com.au, Mary Madigan, you're a fucking loser. You're an absolute fucking loser. I swear to God, when I see these articles of people going about, they're quitting and work from home, and it's like, you're a fucking loser. You're a narc, and you just fucking suck. Is all I'm saying.
They kick your ass.
See, Official Justin, I have been thinking for a while of doing some pre-recorded videos again, but if I do, I won't be shouting and screaming. I'll be doing what I've decreed, like fireside chats, because there is some stuff I've been thinking about, and I kind of sort of want to do videos about it. Might happen. Who knows? And it's a whole thing. Oofed. You know what? I know this is very early for a party night. There's a few people. Okay, someone needs to convince me to not go to bed, basically, because I'm thinking of going to bed. Oh, say, Pat's telling me I should go to bed. Pat's telling me I should go to bed.
I didn't know.
You said no?
Nah.
Okay, you're saying I should stay up. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I hate pants? I don't know. Pants are okay. I do tend to start most of my work days when I'm working from home. I roll out of bed and I just put my pajama pants on and slippers and a dressing gown, and I do stuff for a couple of hours. Then I go, man, I should have a shower and get dressed. I've been working for a couple of hours, and then I go, I should have a shower and get dressed. And so I leave my computer for a while, go and have a shower and put actual human clothes on, and then go back to work. It's also kind of like if I have meetings, and it's like I look at my day and go, I've got meetings, and I go, is that person going to switch their camera on? And they're going to expect me to put my camera on? So I kind of look, and I never book meetings earlier than 10, but occasionally some other people will book a meeting earlier than 10 a.m. But I'm just kind of looking, I look at what meetings do I have today? And I go, is that going to be voice only? Or is this one, are they likely to be camera on? And I look at it, oh, it's going to be camera on. Shit, I need to go and have a shower and get dressed properly. And so it's a whole thing. Official Justin 11th. Honestly, for reals, I normally go to bed at 10, but you know, Friday night's party night. Sometimes I go super late. But I don't know. I finished this. See, there's a little bit of ice that's going to melt, and this thing with the orange peel in there, where Mrs. Angry puts that in her hot chocolate in the morning. Oh, yummy. Official Justin, have we noticed employers are treating staff like property? Oh no, it's bullshit. Okay. Oh, I get that. Like every week, there's on average like 3 articles in the media about people shouldn't be working from home that drive me up the fucking wall.
You missed it!
Dropping tip.
I saw
All right.
that. Oh my God.
There's a vote for me to have one more drink. Okay. What do I have here? I have a freezer martini. I have a couple of clarified cocktails. I have an old fashioned. And I have a liqueur, which is a mix of whiskey and gin and other stuff. So if we're going to have one more drink, should it be a martini, a clarified cocktail, and okay, we've got a vote. I love votes for clarified cocktail.
Oh, man.
All right. This one is good. I swear to God. Okay, the clarification. This was red. This was bright red before I clarified it.
That's not red. It's colour.
No, it's not. It is not red.
It's colour.
It's magic. It's magic. I mean, here's the thing. See, Justin, there's various things. Whenever I hear someone say, "Oh, working from home has reduced productivity," I was like, why don't you just, like, if someone's not doing their work, then you say to them, like, well, I need you to do this much. Working from home certainly doesn't reduce my ability to do my work. If some people do have a problem with it, then that's a whole thing. Oh yeah, no, strictly say, okay, milk clarification is wild. Okay, I'm going to go on a whole fucking thing here about milk clarification. If you don't know it, this is what it is. Okay, so you make a drink, whatever it is, an alcoholic beverage, or actually a non-alcoholic, because I do some non-alcoholic clarified drinks as well. So you do a drink. It needs to have an acidic element. The easiest thing is citrus juice, but there's a range of other things that are acidic enough to work. Coffee is one. Wine is one. Even cola, like Coke or Pepsi, can do it. Because what you do is you add it to milk. And because if it's got an acid content, it curdles the milk. It separates the milk into curds and whey. And then you pour that through a filter, like a paper coffee filter or a cheesecloth, and the curds filter the thing. And what comes out the other end is what we call a clarified drink. So this, I'm not joking, this was red before I clarified it.
That's how
I know.
well, why?
This
I get why.
This was a really bright.
That's
You can see that's a bit blue,
True.
but it was like a really strong blue. Now it's really pale blue. This one was green. This has a tiny little bit of green still in it, but this was like an opaque green. So
That's brown.
the clarifying process makes the drink look clear. Like this one, this
That's
was no word of a lie. See this one? It was like this,
black.
and then I
Like that.
clarified it, and it looks like this. So it goes from this to this. So it changes the color, but also it changes the flavor and sort of softens the flavor, and it's freaking cool, basically. Oh, it's so yummy. Clarified drinks, it's so yum. Sorry, but I've made multiple non-alcoholic clarified drinks as well, because you can put really complex things with really strong flavors. Sometimes it's like tea, sometimes it's coffee, and all these things, and the clarifying process sort of subdues the flavors, and it's really amazing. Oh my god, that's so yummy. Oh, we're talking about caffeine and what? Yeah, no, I don't like coffee. I do drink energy drinks, but every now and then you hear these stories, and I'm going like, oh, there's this stupid media hype story about people having their health fucked up by energy drinks. That's bullshit. And then you find out there are some people, and it's usually young men, but it's not limited to young men. But like, you know, sometimes if I feel like I need a pep, I'll have an energy drink. Like I did have an energy drink before this stream, like at about 7 p.m. On a normal night, there's no way I'd have an energy drink at 7 because I wouldn't be able to sleep.
I don't drink that no more.
But I kind of knew, because I'm going to be drinking alcohol, if I drink an energy drink at about 7, it'll help me keep going. But there are these stories about, and it's usually young men who are drinking 6 to 10 energy drinks a day. And it's like, well, of course that's going to fuck you up. That's dangerous. It's like,
I don't even drink that no more.
More than one in a day is dangerous. Official Justin, my favored energy drinks are Monster. I really enjoy the sugar-free Monster energy drinks. They have a bunch of flavors. That's what I had at like about 7 o'clock tonight.
Red Bulls.
Red Bull?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. You like Red? I don't hate Red Bull. I don't hate Red Bull, but I don't really like it. I like Monster.
My doctor said no more drinks.
Yeah, and your doctor is 100% right. So it's
very soon this fits soon.
Safa, do energy drinks make you fart? I don't think so, but I don't know. Yeah, I think pregnant women maybe shouldn't drink energy drinks. I don't know. Initiator, what flavors? The zero. all of the zero sugar monster drinks I like, and there's about 4 of them. I'm not such a fan of the sugared monster drinks, but there's about 4 sugar-free monster energy drinks, and I like them all. They're fucking yummy. Oof. You know what? Okay, so I've gone. It's 11:30. And I did have another of my clarified. I've got. I don't know, and a bunch of little ones. I've got about 2 liters of fucking clarified cocktail drink. I have decided. I've kept this freezer martini going, an infinity freezer martini going for a couple of years, but I haven't kept a record. I'm going to drink this down. I'm going to empty this, and I'm going to start a new one. And just for fun, I'm going to document everything I put into it, so I can look back. And if anyone ever says, "What's in your freezer martini?" I'll be able to tell them. Like if someone said, "What's in this?" my answer is, I don't know. And it's like 2 years of topping it up. It's probably got somewhere between 20 and 40 different gins and 5 to 10 different vermouths in it. And it's just super fucking yummy. And sorry, did I hear someone say I should have a bit more martini before I go to bed? Okay. I think it was Pat. I think Pat said I should drink some more martini before going to bed. Yeah, you did. You did. No, you did.
I didn't know. I didn't say
You
that.
did. I heard it. I heard it. I heard you say it. I heard you say it. I heard you say it. No, I heard you say it. But because no. Because okay, so all right. Pat wants to cause trouble. Okay, we've got a choice. Do I?
Oh, man.
All right. So I got a choice. All right. No. I'm here. Okay. So do I have a nice, demure little cocktail, or do I listen to Pat and have a giant martini?
I didn't know.
You did. You said. Seriously, you all heard him. You all heard Pat say, "Have a giant." I could have a tiny little. I could have a tiny little demure martini, or I could listen to Pat and have a giant martini.
I didn't know.
You said
no. I didn't know. You did that weird.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to have a teeny little bit. Even though Pat was trying to make me have a huge martini,
I didn't know.
I'm gonna have. I'm just gonna have a little taste, teeny little taste. Oh. Bah! All right, it's just there's a burp there. All right,
Miss Vicky.
but I swear to God, my freezer martini is so fucking yummy. Oh my God, that's so fucking yummy. Oh, you know what I should do? I've got here my Japanese umami bitters. I should just a few drops of the umami bitters in there.
Oh man!
Swirl it around. There you go.
Fucker.
There. Oh man, that's the shit. That's the shit right there.
Oh man!
Oh. God damn. Oh, that's like okay, so this stuff is fascinating. I picked this up not that long ago. Few drops of Japanese bitters make a unique dimension to your cocktail. It's got kelp, as in seaweed, shiitake mushrooms, as in salty umami mushrooms, dried bonito, as in fish, yuzu, which is a citrus, alcohol, and water. So, hot damn. So, if you want a filthy, dirty martini, you put like olive brine or something in. But this is just, all right.
You're drunk.
So,
Oh, yes.
probably doing a Saturday night stream. I won't like commit to anything, but there's probably a Saturday night stream. But I think I'm going to go sleepy bobos now. Before, because I kind of remember everything I've said tonight, and we don't want to get to the stage where I don't remember everything I've said or done.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but it is definitely partly because I'm old, Pat. That's just definitely true. But so there may, I think it's most likely there will be a Saturday night stream.
Good, I don't want that again.
We'll see. But all you fabulous people, please take care of yourselves. It's time for sleepy bobos. So do that, and I'll see you all sometime in the future. But I